else, anyone else on frequency that needs their clearance still?
Solaris 1577.
Solaris 1577, say your position on the airport.
Solaris 1577 is with you at Charlie 82.
Hello world. How are you guys doing? Once again, I saw you guys just a few days ago, and here we are again on our Friday night ops. Thanks for joining the stream as always. We can never say that is enough as content creators and YouTube streamers. We are here today at Kansas City Airport for the VATSIM network Friday night ops. And so we're flying Southwest livery, which we're familiar with a couple of flights ago. I did this stream with Southwest, the Boeing 738, but the route that is flown between Kansas City and St. Louis is most certainly done by Southwest. So we're jumping back in the Southwest bird again. Hopefully we see some familiar faces in the sky. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on board and see what is going on. Let's take a look really quick at the airport here and just see all the people showing up for the Friday night fly out, or fly in if you will. You can see some Delta liveries there, Endeavor, American Airlines, and a few different other ones. Captain Cooper, hello, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you are doing well. Thanks for joining the stream as always. I appreciate you. Still waiting for that private jet from you. Alright, so as you can see, this guy even looks like he's on the grass a little bit. It's got to have to probably do with the scenery. Other than that, you have us here, Continental, and you've got an American Airlines flight right next to us. So let's see how this goes down. Let's go ahead and jump on our own aircraft. I did get the aircraft all powered up, so before we get our clearance and all that good stuff, let us bring in the flight plan so that we can observe that, so I don't have to talk about all that madness. Okay, so for our first leg today, and we don't know where our next one is. It could be just a return flip back here. We'll figure all that out. But as you see here, we've already got our flight plan situated here. We're doing a Lakes 3 departure with the gooooooo transition. And if we really want to know what that gooooooo stands for, we can come right down here to the actual flight plan. So there's our Lakes 3. It's Columbia is the transition. And then actually to the transition point for the arrival of Kayla on the Kayla 3, which is very fitting. I have a niece named Michaela, so there you go, Kayla. Unc is flying for you. So that'll be our route on the first one, and if we come back to the overview, you can see it's only a 47-minute flight. We only need 14,701 pounds of fuel. That's also including 500 extra pounds of fuel that I put in there just in case. We're at flight level 250 today, Southwest 318, you know the deal, on VATSIM network. So we'll shut the music down here and get our clearance going, since they do have clearance delivery on. So let's get that up there, and then before we get done with that, let's just show you where we're at on the field. So we are here at, I believe we're at gate 40, so here's the two runways that are pretty prominent. Well, actually there's three. So, but here's the parallel runways, one left or one right, or 19 right and left, and then you have a crosswind runway that's basically east and west here. This is the western runway, and this is the eastern runway. So we're right here. We'll get the ATIS, and we'll figure that out. Time check now. ATIS should be nice and fresh, so we'll actually get the ATIS first. So let's shut down La Musica, and let's get to work, guys. Alright, music is off. And you guys let me know if the air traffic control is going to come in too loud or too soft for you, and we can get that all fixed up. The ATIS here is 128375. So 128, that one's close. Let's switch that over. And then we said 375. So let's push that in there, por favor. 128.375. And let us... Let's turn that off. I don't know why that's always on. But 128.375. They've been having some problems with their servers. Normally something should come on there. Just for giggles, let's put it in this side. 128. Because we know that side is working at the minimum. Let's make sure the volumes are all turned up. And let's make sure this volume was turned up, which it was. And let's see if... this makes any difference here. 128.375. Just double checking. That is it. Let's switch it over. And so, yeah, that is definitely something going on with the ATIS there. So we'll have to pretty much check on that all by ourselves. Like big boys and big girls we are. So let me check the ATIS now so we can get an idea of... the runway.
Kansas clears delivery, FedEx 1284, request radio check.
He's doing a radio check, making sure his equipment's up. I'm not mad at him. I do the same thing sometimes. So the winds are calm. I really don't know what runway we're going to get here. So let's just get the clearance, and then hopefully we will...
Roger, we'll take it, FedEx 1284.
Go from there. Kansas City clearance, Southwest 318, looking for IFR to St. Louis. Hi, honey. I love you too, babe. Captain Sanchez, I love you too, Captain Sanchez. You're the captain as well. Alright, I'll probably have to try that again here in a second. Let me...
And Southwest 318, international clearance. Good evening. Clearance on crust. Have a PDC to you momentarily. Like standby.
FedEx 1284,
okay, so perfect. So he said he's going to have a PDC to me. That's the pre-departure clearance via text, which they do in real life as well. So he's going to, they're going to be inundated. So he's literally just going to send me that. So what we can do in the meantime is that we know we are most certainly departing on the drum roll, the Lakes 3. So let me just pull it up, and there you go. So this is the pre-departure clearance that you see right here. So I can pull that all the way up to in my chat as well, because it's going to disappear from the screen. Okay, so we have our call sign 318. Our beacon code is 1126. So that's 1126. So let's go ahead and put that in and get going, and hopefully he's telling me what runway it's going to be. So we said 1126. Yes, my people, 1126. Okay, that's all in there. And let me make sure he didn't alter our route. They didn't. Flight level 250. And the same route that we put in is approved. Ground frequency is 1218. Altitude restrictions maintain 10,000. Okay, expect flight cruise altitude 10 minutes after departure. So we're going to go up to 10,000. Additional information. Ground will assign departure runway with taxi instructions. Contact appropriate one. So it looked like the one aircraft was taxiing down. We can do a little bit of a cheat here, guys. So other people have already left the airport. So if we want to get a guess as to which runway they're leaving, well, let's see what runway they're lining up on. As you would have it, no one's lining up on any runway that I can observe here. Okay, this guy looks like he's taxiing in. Yeah, so I really don't know what runway to expect. So what we can do is just plan on that departure and then go from there. So let's get going, guys. Let me turn some of this background on. Let's go up top here. And you guys know I like it bright in here. I did make the sim a little earlier in the day just so we don't have to fly at night and not see anything. That's just because I'm generally a nice guy. And yeah, I'm just kidding. Being a little bit facetious there. Alright, so it's going to be planned for some craziness to happen here. Okay, so MCI, and we're going to St. Louis. There we go, and as you guys know, we are Southwest 318. We'll leave the music off here for a little bit longer, just until we get out of here. That way we're not in for any surprises here. Alright, departure. And we're going to say the Lakes 3, of course, with that transition. And again, we'll just say 19 right for now. We don't know if that's going to stay true, but that's okay. And then after that, we are simply pretty much going to put in our transition to our arrival, which is Kayla. Lima Alpha. Kayla's in there. And then now, of course, we can come over here and we can do the Kayla 3 and transitions. That's interesting. The transitions are none. Anks, Bum, Coop, SGF. That's not in our flight plan, so that's not what we're doing. So it's in there, and then it gets us going to Big Mac. We can activate that, execute that. We can go to our performance initialization. Let's get that going. As far as extra reserve fuel is concerned, we have another drum roll, if you guys could, in the background on your own time. We're going to say we roughly have about 5,000 pounds of additional fuel. The cost index is 45. So let's put that in, and we're flying at a flight level of 250, which is basically the floor, but it's so low because the flight is so short, which using reserve fuel. So let's get rid of that. And I'm not going to worry about that message too much, as we might not even go into that. Oh, you know what? We do actually have a problem, folks. I'm so glad I caught that, because no wonder. I'm like, why is it saying that? So what we're doing now is we need to come here to our weight, fuel, and balance, which I didn't check, and we need, as promised, 14,701 pounds. So we'll just do 14,750, just because I'm an overachiever. And let's go ahead and fill up the cabin. Again, you know I'm going to make it full. 35 in all these sections, and I'm just simply leaving one seat open in each section on purpose. Forward cargo, we're going to do about 4,000 pounds, and then the aft cargo will do about 2,500 pounds, and then we'll check our center of gravity. All right there. I love it. All right there. So that looks good. So we're in the ranges there. Now, in order to fuel this, we have to go ground services. You know what? Let's go back to wait, and let's call that fuel truck. Now we need to come over here, and we need to make sure that fuel is actually coming on. And it is. It is most certainly coming on. We'll refresh this once it's done fueling up, so there's nothing we can do there. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get the MCP done here, and we'll start doing some checklist items. Okay, we're going up to 10,000. Hey, Chief Sim Pilot, how are you doing? My brother. I was hanging out with your older twin today, my good friend and business associate. We took a trip to LA really quick, and we were actually watching some of your stream from yesterday, Chief Sim, and yeah, he's definitely a smart guy, but he's definitely intrigued by flight simulation, and the fact that he's got a doppelganger out there that goes by Chief Sim Pilot, so I thought that was funny, but that's good stuff. And so anyway, okay, so we are going to be departing. We don't know what our climb out speed is going to be, but we can assume, given the runways, we're going to be probably taking off flaps 5. So on our initial climb speed, it's never going to be 100, to be honest with you. It's always going to be something greater than that. So we're just going to leave it, assuming we're taking off at flaps 5 right now. There, and let's see, that fuel is actively still being put on the aircraft, so there's nothing we can do there except just keep doing what we're doing here. So we have our flight directors on point, and you know, just for happy thoughts and giggles, 12835, let's see if we can pick up that ATIS. Slide over here on my view. Yeah, and something's going on with their ATIS lately. Their ATIS stuff hasn't been working on there. So we're going to get the altimeter right off of here. It's 3027. So let's put that bad boy right in there, 3027. So we can be productive while the bird is being fueled. I was trying to do it before you guys came on board, but you know, life happens. Alright, that's at 3027, and let's come over to this side here and do the same thing. Alright, 3027 coming up. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's see how that fuel is doing. It's still gaining. Alright, what other useful things can we do? Let's see, glare shield is all done. Now let's read the narrative, if you will, for the Lakes 3 departure. While we're doing that, Chief Sim says LOL, nice. I was talking about his doppelganger. Okay, let's read the narrative here today. So the initial climb, so basically it doesn't say anything. Basically this is just a straight out shot, and we are transitioning here to Columbia. So there's not a whole lot to it. So we need to, basically we're going to get all of our headings and everything right from the runway. Let's see, standard departure requires takeoff minimums. We don't need to worry about a top altitude. They already gave it to us. But everything on this departure is pretty much dictated by the air traffic control. Normally a lot of the times on our standard instrument departure you have some narrative there that you're required to be responsible for, but in this case that's not us. So now you can see here the vector, then MCI, Anks, Frank, and then Koo, and then Kayla, and then Big Mac. Man, all of a sudden I wanted a Big Mac from McDonald's. Isn't that crazy? Alright, I'm just joking with you guys, man. Alright, almost there. We put 14,750 pounds in there. So we're getting close. We're at 14,000, basically 600. So that is almost done. Let us go up top, and what other stuff that we can get in here is, so we can be busy. So our flying altitude is flight level 250, and the actual in St. Louis, the altitude there on the runway, so we need to put that in. Let's wait for it. Here is elevation is about 600 feet, between 580 and 6. So we can do maybe like, let's see, we'll go to 550 here to make sure we pressurize down to that. So that's our landing altitude, which is awesome. And now we can come back here, and the fuel is finally loaded. So what we need to do now is we need to come back here to the initial ref, and we need to, actually we need to go back to the performance. We need to hit this again, because see, those values change there. And alright, so that's good. So that's all going to be relevant now. Transition altitude, so that's all up. It doesn't no longer say that we're using reserve fuel. Temperature outside is 12 degrees Celsius. We're not doing any D-rated takeoff, so now we can select flaps 5. Let me go back and just make sure what the actual runway length is. That way I'm not doing a flaps 5 takeoff when I need to do a flaps 10. I don't think I need to do, see, one runway is 10, 95, so you know what, we are going to do a flaps 10er to be on the safe side. That way the aircraft doesn't have to work extremely hard. Alright, that's all set. Now we can adjust our trims while we're thinking about it. So trims are to be set at 375. Alright, and that's as much as it's going to give me using my stick there. So let's, about right there is fine. 1, 2, 3, about 375. So there we go. And that's all squared away. And now we can come down here, make sure those V speeds are all clicked in. Everything is good to go there. So now we're doing pretty good, guys. So we just need to work on our better pushback. Let me see if we can push ourselves back somewhere neutral. There goes another Southwest airline. His doesn't have any wheels on it. So let's see here. We can essentially
check UPS 671 is push at our discretion.
Yeah. Okay. So let's come over here to our better pushback. Let's pre-pan the pushback.
And UPS 671 heavy, roger, that'll be, it's a non-piloted area. And contact ground on
Let me see.
121.81 ready for taxi.
What is that? Push at discretion at MOA. Call ground, point 8 for taxi UPS 671.
So I think we're going to do just a light little pushback here. Doesn't even need to be anything that great, because from this point I can turn the aircraft wherever I need to. Okay, let's push into this little area right here. Looks pretty safe, if you will. So let's push back right there. Let's have him set the plan.
Plan acknowledged.
Now we can
the menu when you are ready.
go up. Let's get our APU on. APU is on. And there's our strobe position. Let's put our anti-collision light on now while we're thinking about it. Let's let that APU come on, and then we'll continue to do the rest. Let's come over here, and what happened there? I really don't know what happened right there. That's strange. Ground services, GPU disconnect.
And Southwest 2470, your international clearance, good evening.
Okay.
Clearance on request, have a...
So clearly
Standby.
this thing has issues here. And, we got trouble in Houston already.
Southwest 2470, roger, just
Let's
call
go
me
up
back
top.
and
I don't know why.
get that done for you.
I don't know why the ground power got disconnected, but that was the problem. Now we can get the APU on. Nothing to see here, folks. Absolutely nothing to see here. That was strange. See, the GPU was still connected, but it just did it on its own. So you know what? With that spirit, let's go over here and make sure that we do something very important. Let's clear all the failures out. Let's see, electronics, fix all failures. So I'm clicking that like 20 times. And let's go up top here. And let's go edit failure. And fix all systems, because we don't want any problems today. Apply the changes. There we go. So now I think we're in a good position.
Roger, yeah.
Let's go ahead, and that was nerve-wracking, but I'm glad that happened there to remind me to do that, because you guys know this aircraft will most certainly do what it wants to do. Alright, so now that that's going on, APU's on, let's get our bleed on.
FedEx 1284, roger,
And
standby.
isolation valve is open. Now we can get our fuel pumps on. Pretty sure we don't have anything in the middle, but we'll double check that. We can also get our yaw damper on up here. And the rest of this we will get on when we get going. And let's just ding them, let them know we're getting ready to go back. Seat belts are to auto. Okay, they're to auto, and we got our beacon going on.
428 international.
All right.
Roger.
Now, what we were going to do before we were so rudely interrupted by whatever that was, we were going to do some checklists here before start. CDU display is good. M1 bugs are set. IS bugs are set. MCP is set. Now we're going to go right back here to the pushback. Transponder is on. Parking brake. So let's get our pushback going on here. Now that we are back in the living. Let's see here. We're going to start that pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, the tow is driving up, which is a good thing. And let's continue to work our aircraft. Everything is good here. Let's see, we do have the transponder on, the 1126. And we can switch over to ground now. And let's see what that ground frequency is. Let's see. Kansas City ground is 1218. Alright, coming up on 1218 here. Alright, we're going to switch that over, and then tower is 1282.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So that's the tower. And then, if I'm being honest, looking at our departure frequency, it's 123950. Even though I switch it before we take off, I'm just putting it here. And there's our departure frequency. 123. Yeah, 123950. Boom, there you go. Alright, we can also, well, just kind of wait for the pushback here.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Thank goodness we're starting to push back. Now let's just make sure, there's a lot of aircraft here, so let's just make sure that we're not going to get hit by somebody doing something silly out there. See, like for example, there's an aircraft right there, and we're not pushing on an active taxiway, but we are going to push just into that open space over there. You can see that guy's waiting patiently, American 251, so we appreciate him. Alright, there he goes in his little tug carp there. And that looks good because this other line there is not a taxiway, that's a boundary. Oh, actually is a taxiway, so if we get yelled at, we get yelled at. But we're not pushing onto an active taxiway, we're going to get across this dotted line. Again, that other line doesn't look like a taxi strip, even though I could be wrong. It looks more or less like a boundary, but I could be wrong. Alright, so he should be stopping us shortly here. Let's go ahead and jump back on board.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, we can go ahead and start our engines. We're calling out right engine start. Let's finish our checklist here. Transponder, ground handling, hydraulic pumps are on. Back to home, back to checklist, and engine start. And the pack switches are off. And we just announced the start sequence, so let's go ahead and do what we came to do here, guys. Alright, right engine is set to ground, parking brake is set. Starting right engine. They're all disconnected. You guys know what we're looking for here is 25%.
Ground UPS 67 radar taxi with
takeoff there.
Right.
UPS 671 Heavy, International Ground, runway 19 right, taxi via Bravo, Alpha 1.
So he's giving them 19.
Bravo, Alpha round 1, runway 19 right, UPS
Tow is
671 Heavy.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Well, and the good thing here is that there is no specific instructions on the heading, so we still have to get that from him. There is a little bit of fuel in the center tank, so let's go ahead and get those pumps on so we can get pressurized. And of course we're going to turn this to the continuous, and now let's go ahead and get our left engine up and going. Let me check you guys out in the chat. Everybody looks to be doing well.
Kansas City ground FedEx 1284 ready for taxi.
Alright, we got about 19% here.
FedEx 1284 International Ground, I don't see you squawking the correct code or emergency.
Alright, fuel's being introduced. Let's go ahead and run to the checklist. This is what we're going to do. Engine start switch. We did do the ground. The N2 RPM went to 25%. Engine start level is at idle. And let's go to the second page. Starter cut out and do the same thing for the other engine. Well, we did that, and you just heard that audible click. So now we can go to the before taxi, and let's go up and do what we need to do. All right. So we're going to put that to continuous. We're also
Juliet,
come right up here. I'll do this view for you guys. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and connect our generators. And now we need to turn the APU bleed off. Actually, let's just go up top so you guys can get it better. That's on. Now we need to turn our packs on. And we also need to close the isolation valve to
95,
auto.
45 international
And let's
ground,
turn our
Squawk
APU
Charlie.
off. Now that that's done, guys, remember we got to do packs are on. Let's get that trim air on. These are all to auto. Let's get our pitot heats on and our windshield heat on. And I believe, let's check our generator 1.
Delta
Generator
9545,
2,
runway
looking good.
designer, taxi via Charlie 7, Charlie 9.
Alright, so we're almost ready to get our taxi clearance.
Runway 9, taxi via
See, he's got people taking off all types of different runways. And let's get our flaps to...
Charlie 9, Delta 9545.
Okay, it is selected
Delta
right here at
9545,
the pin.
negative, that's Charlie 7, Charlie 9.
And
Charlie 7,
rejected takeoff brake is all good to go. So let's go to the before taxi. Generator 1 and 2 on 4P. Wing ice, engine ice, we don't need that. Pack switches are to auto. Isolation valve was auto. APU bleed was off. Start switches were to continuous as we did. Engine start levels are to idle. Ground equipment was clear. Set takeoff flaps and flight control check, which we'll do right now on lower DU blank. So let's come over here and let's cycle this to our flight level. So we're going to check our flight level here. So full up, full down, aileron left, aileron right, neutral, rudder left, and rudder right. Okay, and let's get that clear at the bottom. And the lower DU is clear, so now we can come back over here, and this checklist is complete. And there's the takeoff checklist is next, but we know how that goes. Kansas City ground, Southwest 318, pushback from gate 40 with information X-ray ready to taxi. See what he's...
Southwest 318, international ground. Can you on the ramp for now on Lima, hold short of Charlie.
Okay, we'll get on the ramp on Lima and hold short of Charlie for Southwest 318.
American 51,
Alright, so
follow the
we're
Southwest
essentially...
on Lima, hold short of Charlie.
We're essentially going to...
Southwest on Lima, hold short of Charlie.
Alright, flaps are set. Let's get our runway takeoff.
Again, the runway for American 51.
American 51, I don't assign you one yet, stand by.
Yeah, he had decided my runway. That guy's so
American
impatient.
15, monitor tower 128.2 so long.
So essentially we're going to get turned right around here. And Lima should literally be right behind us.
Kansas City ground, good evening, American 661 for taxi to Terminal Bravo.
American 661, do you have a specific gate? Monitors Bravo, General.
American 661, I'm so sorry, what did you say?
American 661, everybody half around, taxi to the ramp via Charlie 8.
Alright, so we're crossing Delta.
Kansas City ground up FedEx 1284 ready.
Here's Charlie, and we're on Lima.
American correction FedEx 1284 heavy, international ground standby. Delta 9545, hold short of Charlie 7 on, or correction, hold short of Charlie on Charlie 7.
Hold short, Charlie 7, Delta 9545.
Kansas City ground, Southwest 318 on Lima, holding short of Charlie. Alright, so there this guy goes floating by. So as you can see, we already knew. Hey, Mama Shark. Hey. Dave McKee, coffee in the house. I love it. Thanks for joining the stream, guys.
Runway
And,
19 right, taxi to Bravo 1, Bravo, Alpha 1.
It's a busy day here, so he doesn't know which runway. I'm assuming he can give me 9. That would be a nice little turn.
Via Bravo 1, Bravo Alpha 1, thanks for the help.
So in the meantime, whatever takeoff that we are doing, we're going to do it vertical speed. So let's get that profile set up. And we'll get the aircraft climbing at about
American 3796, international
2300
ground,
feet.
Alpha short of Delta for now.
Alpha short Delta, American 3796.
Alright, and then he's going to give us a heading once we leave.
Southwest 318, are you able to make the left on Delta there?
Well, you told me to hold short of Charlie, so I can't make a left because I'm just holding short of Charlie. But I can get myself turned around if you'd like, sir.
Negative. My map is off from your scenery. I was just asking. Okay, that's no problem. Runway 19 left, taxi via
Charlie Foxtrot.
19 left via Charlie Foxtrot for Southwest 318. Alright, 19 left via Charlie and Foxtrot.
Ground Southwest.
Okay, so we're going to make a left and then go on over to Foxtrot.
Charlie Foxtrot, follow the Southwest 737.
Alright.
Alright, 19 left via Charlie Foxtrot will follow the Southwest American 251.
Alright, busy time here, guys. So, we're going to make a left here on Charlie, and then we're going to make a left on Foxtrot. So I'm going to do my best to keep my taxi speed up here.
Correction, gate 41, I think I believe that's taxiway, leaving one behind us.
Alright, guys. Alright, we're hanging out here today. Alright, we're right at the taxi speed of 30 knots. We're not messing around.
428, international ground push back on a Delta's approved face west.
Alright, normally I taxi a whole lot slower just because I'm an old guy and I taxi slow, that's what I do. But we are going to taxi a little bit faster. Aircraft is set up, flaps are to 10, rejected takeoff is set. The MCP is all set up. Our fuel stores are checked and cross-checked. Alright, there's Charlie 6. And we'll have Juliet, then Foxtrot.
FedEx 1450 Heavy, are you ready for taxi?
Affirm 1450, the next right.
FedEx 1450 Heavy, yeah, hold position for now.
This is Juliet, and the next one is going to be Foxtrot.
On Bravo,
so there's Juliet there.
Roger.
We're right at that good taxi speed.
We don't have the Bravo one
Oh, he's taking off there. Wheels up.
One that goes straight there in our steering.
Alright, here's
yeah, you're on a
Foxtrot.
different, coming from a different ramp from the other FedEx.
We'll slow the speed up here.
Taxiway diagram is a little bit different. So
Alright, nice little soft turn to the left. You gotta slow it up a little bit. You don't want to turn these aircraft too fast.
Ground, good evening.
They're basically a big tricycle, if you will.
Southwest 18 International Ground continue on Alpha, hold short behind the American.
We have joined Foxtrot.
Okay, on Alpha and hold short of the 1820, 1809.
Delta 9545, runway 9, taxi bleed, Charlie 7, Charlie 9. Taxi runway 9 via
And this goes all the way to Echo 1, so we're doing full runway. We're actually breaking the speed limit right now.
American 3796, Delta short of Lima.
Delta short of Lima, American 3796.
Alright, don't try this at home, guys. Always stay up in the cockpit.
We're going to be a couple minutes.
Good thing that's how we get down. Straight up G's up here driving this thing.
Delta 428, Roger.
Alright, hey everybody, Dave McKee, you have AM mounted secondary monitors, nice setup. Oh yeah, hey, stopping by before I go on, you have a great flight. Thanks, Captain Shaquille Mail, you too. I'm going to try to, once I get up in the air, I'm going to try to, watch your stream as well if I can multitask. You have an AM, yes I do, Dave McKee, I got another setup. I got a big screen right above my other screen. If that's who you're talking to, or you might be talking about Chief Sim setup. He's got a great setup too.
Alright, stand by. Quick break, American 3796, gate via Delta.
Delta to the ramp, American 3796, thanks.
Alright guys, here we go.
And Southwest 1809, taxi to the ramp via Alpha Delta.
Ramp Alpha Delta 89, thank you.
Delta 9545, monitor tower 128.2, so long. What's the figure? So 128.2? Correct, tower 128.2, so long.
Yep, 128.2, we got it programmed in.
Tower 128.2, Delta 9535, so long.
In ground Southwest 428, we are at gate 41, ready for push back again.
Alright, Southwest 428, hold your push for now. Just give me a second for, actually, correction, can you push back onto Lima without blocking Delta?
I just configured my pushback for Delta, but yeah, if we disconnect, we can probably put it again for Delta for Lima. Southwest 428.
Never mind. Just hold your push now, and then we'll get you off on Delta.
Alright, holding push Southwest 428.
Profile 213, runway 19 left. Correction, runway 19 right. Taxi to Bravo, Alpha 1. Okay, Bravo, Alpha 1, 2.5, 19 right. Thanks, 213. Appreciate it. FedEx 1450, runway 19 right. Taxi to Alpha 1.
Alpha 101,
9 right, FedEx 1450.
Kansas City ground, Southwest 318, request to switch over to tower.
Southwest 318, my apologies. Tower now 128.2 zone.
No worries, sir. You're awfully busy. Have a good evening. Switch over to tower. Southwest 318. We'll see you. All right. Giving the guy a little break. And before we contact them, we're going to put in our 123.9 or 5 because that's our departure frequency. See, guys, we got to stay ahead of the aircraft. And let me check you guys out in the chat before we get going. All right. No, yours also use. I'm going to check that out here in a minute, Dave McKee. I don't want to block the people here. Let me get Kansas City Tower, Southwest 318 on Echo 1, holding short 19 left, ready for departure.
So 318 International Tower, runway 19 left, line up and wait, traffic departing runway 9.
Okay, runway 19 left, line up and wait, Southwest 318. Alright, so we're going to get our
Delta 9545, runway 9, fly runway heading, maintain 6,000, clear for takeoff, traffic hold position, runway 19 right, pressure, runway 19 left.
Please be seated.
And we're not going to turn our landing lights on just yet.
Climb, maintain, head flight, runway heading at 6,000, Delta 9545.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good day.
Alright, final does look clear. We still have no instructions other than 10,000 feet, so we need a heading, which he'll give us, and then we'll climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Yeah, Dave McKee, don't worry, I'm gonna check you out as soon as I get in the air. I'm trying to get this bad boy out of the air, and then have some time, and the air will talk. All right, so we are lining up and waiting.
Text 1284, heavy contact departure.
Parking brake is set. All right, once we get going, we will most certainly. Captain Butter, how's it going? Thank you for joining the stream, good sir. Dave McKee says, first of all, he said you have an AM mounted secondary monitors. Question, nice setup.
Taking off now.
No, yours. I also use a 40 plus main monitor, but keep wanting to mount my other screens or arms as desk space since getting the big screen is at a premium. Yes, Dave McKee, I completely agree. And yes, so when I had this house built, I had them mount it's like a 42 or 43 inch monitor above my other monitor, which is the same. And so I actually took some Walmart desks and pieced them together. My wife wanted me to get this big desk. I'm like, no, honey. She just wants to spoil me. So I took these two little Walmart desks together. Oops, hit the flap lever. And put them together and with a clip.
318, runway 19 left, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Okay, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, Southwest 318. All right, guys. So now it is time to do what we came to do. Runway heading, which is 189er. And let's get our landing lights on. Everything up top is clean. We're ready to go, guys. Parking brake is released. And let's do it, guys. Let's stabilize that power right at 40. Good to go. Takeoff power is set. Here we go, guys. Let's go flying.
Delta 9545, contact departure.
Airspeed is alive.
Delta 9545, yes.
80 knots.
Hello,
80 knot call out happen.
Southwest, 427 with you, ILS, or with you visual runway.
Alright, we're coming up with V1.
So 427
V1.
right,
Rotate.
and crossway turbulence, Airbus speed departing prior arrival, currently holding position. Roger, we're cautioning the late turbulence.
Positive rate.
Airbus, and we are clear to land.
Gear is coming up.
19 right. 1450 heavy, runway 19 right, turn left heading 170, clear for takeoff.
And we're just gonna literally fly this heading. It's gonna get busy here, so let's get our autopilot on.
Southwest 318, contact departure.
Over to departure, Southwest 318. Alright, so, and let's get our heading selector on. So now we have our climb. The flaps are coming up. I told you guys it was busy, that's why I get that autopilot on super quick. Another stage of flaps. Kansas City departure, Southwest 318, 2,600, climbing 10,000. All right, let's get our rejected ticket.
Calling to be a fire request by. Southwest 318, Kansas City departure, radar contact. Over 9545, turn left during Napoleon. Climb maintain 15.
All right, there is no speed restriction, so let's
you say turn left, which direction, sir?
go up on the MC speed. Let's go to 250.
Napoleon VOR, incline maintain, what level?
15,000.
15,000, Delta 95.
And we'll go flaps up. Now that we have the speed selected, we can do a flight level change. Now the aircraft is going to do its best job to get all the way up to 10,000. And flaps are all the way up and clean.
Thanks, probably 4, clear direct Columbia.
Alright. So we're doing good, guys. Nice takeoff. We do have our landing lights on.
Southwest 318, climb maintain 15,000. Expect to turn direct Napoleon in about 5 miles.
Okay, we'll go ahead up to 15,000 and we'll expect direct to Napoleon about 15 miles for Southwest 318.
FedEx 1284, how do you hear?
Alright. Up to 15,000.
FedEx
We'll keep our speed for now.
Departure.
And he said they're going to give us direct to...
FedEx 1284, if I'm going to have to call you 3 times, I'm just going to need Jeff to disconnect. You're hindering the flow of all the other traffic going to Columbia, so if you're not going to listen to any control instructions...
They're getting into the trouble. Mama Shark says, let's get it. Dave McKee, Toga, send it. I love it. You guys are awesome. Alright, so I'm looking at my flight plan, and then he's going to give us direct to Napoleon, which is the ANX.
Flight 1450, Kansas City departure at contact. Southwest 318, turn left heading 090.
Left 090, Southwest 318. Alright, so we're going to go left 090, so he still didn't give us direct yet. Have a standard bank there. Alright, guys. We are most certainly...
Southwest 318, turn left heading 060. Expect direct Napoleon shortly.
Okay, 060 on the heading, and we'll expect Napoleon shortly, Southwest 318.
FedEx 1284, maintain 11,000.
Alright, 060 on the heading. We did cross 10,000. Let's get that speed up to 280. So now the aircraft is going to pitch down.
Traffic, 12 o'clock.
Landing lights come off. Everything is off and clean. The start switches can go into the auto. And we don't have any messages on our recall. Let's put the landing gear in the off position. Landing gear is in the off position. Flaps are up and clean. RTO is off. Aircraft engines are all good and stable at 95%. And we are following our flight director. Right now we have the N1.
1450 clear direct Columbia.
And there goes the message from American Airlines, even though we're Southwest.
Actually, maintain 10,000 direct forward.
Alright guys, how you doing? Everybody's doing pretty stable in the chat, so very good.
Southwest 13, correction, Southwest 318, clear direct Napoleon.
Alright, good sir. Clear direct Napoleon for Southwest 318. Thanks a lot, sir. Alright, so now we are going to go to our legs page. We're going to put Napoleon. Boom. We're going to execute that, and then we're going to put the aircraft right into lateral navigation. So now you can see we're going to bank right. Now we're in the lateral navigation.
If you're going to try and fix it, I need you to disconnect.
We offer a selection of complimentary beverages. Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight signal and open your browser.
Alright, we're getting basically to our 15,000 feet until we get further instructions. I don't know what center is going to be on, so I'll listen attentively because there's so many different centers on. I'm able to see, yeah, I don't know which frequency he's going to give us, so we'll just have to hang out.
95, 45.
And visible to the crew when the seatbelt sign is on. As
Delta 95, 45.
Delta 95, 45.
If you open an overhead compartment, use
So we'll just hang out right here for the time being. Let me make sure your flight information is reporting correctly. See Kansas City, St. Louis, yep.
American 251,
We're doing good. We are most certainly doing good. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And Dave McKee, ATC ain't messing around tonight for sure. You got that right, Dave McKee. They are not playing.
Turn right direct, Titus, resume the Swan transition.
They will tell you all about yourself.
Take in the waypoint, American
251, direct Titus.
Direct Titus.
Getting them out. Let me see what that VATSIM scope looks like.
City departure profile 213, 5300, climbing 10,000, 170, heading aside.
Flight 1450, climb maintain 15,000.
That's what he gave me, and that's where we're hanging out, 15,000. VATSIM's taking a little bit longer to load today, probably because the servers.
213, Kansas City, departure radar contact, turn left direct Napoleon. Climb maintain 15,000.
Up to 15,000, direct Napoleon, thanks, 250.
So VATSIM is off the chain today, my peeps. OMG. Let me show you. Look at this. VATSIM is off the chain, people. They are not playing around, as we say. Look at that. If you look at this, I love it. Look at this. Everywhere is gray and blue.
Contact Kansas City Center 125.25.
I don't know who that. Okay, he's probably about to tell us that too.
Southwest 318, contact Kansas City 125.25.
Okay, sir. Over to Kansas City Center 2525. Southwest 318. We'll see you. All right. So 25, 25. 25, 25.
1284, contact Kansas.
Tracking in with Kansas City, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll wait for that to be done.
November citation 72 Charlie Sierra out of 26,000 or 24,000.
Number 72 Charlie Sierra, Kansas City Center, right across Bramer, at maintain a 12,000.
I know that voice. I know that dude. I think his name is AJ Doubleday.
Bramer at 12,000, 72 Charlie Sierra.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 318 checking in at 15,000.
Southwest 318, Kansas City Center, climbing to maintain flight level 230.
Up to flight level 230, Southwest 318. All right, guys. So we got 230 coming up on our hands.
Tracks 1450, Kansas City, climbing to maintain flight level 230.
And that's only under 2,000 feet from our cruising altitude.
Delta 364, contact Kansas City, approach 120.905, cadet.
Which is hilarious, because who knows if we're even going to make it to our final cruising with that slow ascent.
Number 72 Charlie Sierra, maintain 280 knots or greater into the sun.
280 or greater, 72 Charlie Sierra.
Delta 9545, contact Kansas City Center, 126.907.
126.907, Delta 9545, see you later.
Southwest 318, contact Kansas City Center, 126.907.
Kansas City Center, 126.907, Southwest 318, we'll see you. Alright, guys. So 2697, gotta write it down, man.
United 601, Kansas City Center, reduce speed to 280 for sequence, cross Bramer, had to maintain to 12,000, Kansas City altimeter 3027.
3027, City Center, climb maintain.
And let's get this to standard.
Climb and maintain 390, Delta 9545.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 318 at 17,900, climbing flight level 230.
South 318, Kansas City Center, climb maintain level 250.
Up to 250, Southwest 318. Alright, guys, we're making it happen. We're going all the way up to 250.
Good evening, Kansas City. American 3398, flight level 230.
Alright, and let's get this into the standard as well, 29902. You guys know the deal. Alright.
2398, Kansas City Center, Roger, I have you now, thank you.
Everything is to standard. Standard. And somehow, some way, we're keeping up with the aircraft. Let me go ahead and see if I can check that ATIS out in St. Louis. Of course, let me check you guys out in the chat. Everybody seems to be doing well. I'll have to pull up Shaquille Oatmeal here in a second, see how he's doing.
American 1712, connect Kansas City Center, 125.72.
Alright, so
125.72, American 1012.
St. Louis ATIS is 125025, so it's 125.025. 125.025. Okay, so that just means the center tanks are empty. So we can cut these bad boys off now. That's the message that we got. Alright, let's try 125.025.
1450 Kansas City Center, yep.
Alright, 125025. Let me try something here. Okay, either it's not working or we're out of range. Could be we're out of range, so we'll still have hope there.
Kansas City Center, American 2692, receive 600.
American 2782 Kansas City Center, roger. Do you have the Kilo 3 arrival on board?
Once we're done climbing, I'm going to increase the speed on the aircraft because we're flying at such a low altitude. The aircraft can definitely do more. And then let's go look and see what the cruising profile is. 307, flight level 250 at Frank. How many miles we got to go to Frank? About 38 nautical miles. So we'll be I'm going to let it get a little closer, and when it does, I'll put it into the VNAV.
Kansas City Center.
Alright, Dave McKee, you also forgot to hit the chrono. Also, I see, I never remember that thing. ATC. You know what, Dave McKee? I always, with the confusion, forget to hit the chronometer. Thank you for bringing that up. And, man, we didn't do so hot on that one today. Thank you. I did most certainly forget to do that.
Okay, but do you have the Kilo 3 arrival?
Okay, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, coming right up. So now I can put it right into the VNAV mode. Smooth transition. It's going to start pitching down anyway naturally to pick up that speed. And now you can see the aircraft pitching up, or not pitching up, but pitching down, so that we can pick up that speed to the VNAV preset. And now we are basically letting the FMC handle the speed and the lateral navigation now, and our climb and our pitch. So that's good. So let me hit this for Dave McKee because he's absolutely right. I forgot to hit it. Even though it'll be late, better late than never. This is what I forgot to start the time, as always, guys.
2398, Kansas City Center, 125.72.
Okay, so we can see we've got about a few little miles to climb, but remember, we always have to check the FNC.
American 850, Kansas City Center, 128.35.
Okay, we got top of the city, 87 miles. We have the first waypoint at 11,000 for Kayla. Let's make sure that that's legit, because you guys all know sometimes it's not legit.
230, direct to Frank. And,
Dave McKee says, I always forget to hit the chrono on long hauls for some reason. When I do a long haul the last night, I always seem to remember. Also, when he does long hauls. So he forgets it on the short ones and remembers to put it on the long hauls. That's funny. I feel you, man. We got that same pain. We got the same pain, Dave McKee. Thanks for sharing that, man. Letting us know we're not in a struggle by ourselves by any means necessary, man. We're doing this. We're struggling together. Sometimes it's the blind leading the blind, but we do it together for sure. So let's see. Let's get some other tunes on. I hear this song quite frequently. Let's see what we got. Alright, cruising right along. I don't sweat anywhere else, but I sweat on the tip of my nose. It's a funny thing. Wife says it's because I'm a mean person, but I'm the nicest guy you'll ever know. She doesn't say that. I'm just messing with you guys. Alright, we are rolling and rolling.
UPS 671, Kansas City Center, 125.72.
15.72, so long.
Airline 711 with you through.
Alright, back in we go.
For 230.
Alright, we need to stop messing around simply because we have to start doing our planning. Let's see what the weather's doing over there, guys. For real though.
Climate level 270, proceed at St. Louis VOR.
And that's St. Louis VOR, thanks for the help.
So,
for flight 213, still 250 knots indicated, just let me know when we can go
The altimeter there is 3034, and visibility is 10 miles or more. The wind direction is calm. Here, let me just show you guys this. You guys know how I roll. So here we are, VFR, calm, 3034 on the altimeter, temperature is 8 degrees Celsius. So we're not, that's not bad at all. So what we can do for now, we will set the barometric pressure on the new target. It's not changing it from standard, but it's just getting it ready, and we'll still go back and check it. But usually it doesn't have a huge disparity between the new updated weather.
FedEx 3905 descend at pilot's discretion, maintain for level 240.
Alright, 3034 in the standbys, so that when we click it,
Southwest 3905 descend at pilot's discretion, maintain for level 240.
Discretion descend level 240 Southwest 3905.
alright, I'm looking at the runways here in St. Louis. Okay, so we have pretty good runways here. The shortest runway is 9,001 feet, which is more than enough. That's about like San Diego's stats there. You have 2 parallel runways, 12 right, 12 left.
Frank 521, what's your Mach number?
178, 3521.
Just putting in some information here. Hey McKee, you got LFA stereo. This is actually Storyblocks music.
Frank 726, what's your Mach number?
Dave McKee, that I download all these songs, and I get some from YouTube as well.
Frank 726, Mach 0.7.
The reason why I got Storyblocks, Dave McKee, is because before, when I used to just do videos and not streams, I would always get copyright claim. So then I just kind of got into liking this, you know, their stuff. Plus, I need to get my money, but I don't have LFA stereo. Is that? Let me know what that is, Dave. Is that something that's hot and popping? They got good tunes on there. Let me write that down. LFA. You guys are always teaching me new stuff. I need to get that LFA stereo for real. Alright guys, we're cruising right along. You guys see the top of descent indicator right here. Let's zoom in on that.
Rank 2782, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain.
Alright, there's our top of descent. Alright. Let's keep rolling along. Let me see where I'm at on the Navigraph chart. See when he's going to switch me over.
Dollar 84, Kansas City Center.
1284, go ahead and start WB.
Yeah, just verify track St. Louis, you're just going south and north to St. Louis to the east. Are you able to go track St. Louis at this point?
So we're going to stay in this area anyway, because this is all in the same space. So I'm thinking our next place that we're going to go to is probably going to be Chi-Town.
South 318, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain for level 240.
Pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 240, Southwest 318.
American 521, squawk 4645, got duplicate code.
Squawk 4645, American 521.
So that's only 1,000 feet. We might as well go ahead and make that happen now. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a nice little easy descent of about 1,000 feet. It's not going to take long to get down 1,000 feet.
521, maintain Mach 0.75.
Mach 0.75, American 521.
And you can see there's the end of the arrival right there. Let's see if we can get that ATIS.
Kansas City Center.
American 75.
765, go ahead.
Still nothing on ATIS.
Negative. Southwest 318, got a Kansas City Center 128.35.
Kansas City Center 2535 for Southwest 318. Alright, 2535.
FedEx 1284, maintain for level 250.
250, FedEx 1284.
Yeah, FedEx 1284, you're about to cockpit conflict here. If you're not able to pre-secure with ATC tells you, just let us know and we'll figure something out for you. The fighting
Alright, it's actually 128.
If you're not able to do that, you have to let me know, okay?
12835. Good thing I double checked that.
Now 38 to connect Kansas City Center 125.72.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 318, flight level 240.
Southwest 318, Kansas City, hello, descend via the Kilo 3 arrival, landing southeast, the altimeter is 3033, get in.
Okay, 3033 landing southeast and descend via the Kilo 3 for Southwest 318. Alright, so we missed our top of descent, but we need to be at Kayla at or above. Let's 11,000. So let's see what that looks like. That's not a bad descent. Boom, right there. Alright, and he said landing southeast. So what we have to do is get on this heading and read the narrative. Let's bring our speed back to 290. Alright, and he said landing southeast. So, landing southeast will be, okay, no problem, it's an epidemic, Dave McKee says. Okay, southeast is going to be probably runway 12 right or 1211, I don't know. Let's look at the approach though. The Kayla 3. Alright, so technically we're a little bit off. We need to go to Coop, but it's got us going direct to Kayla 3. That's fine. We'll be above 11,000. And we need to decrease our speed actually to 280. So we're slightly off. There was some points that the MC that it did put in. Then from Kayla, landing on runways 112. From Big Mac on track to Denise. So we're going to put this stuff in. So southeast, he says. Okay, so Big Mac, Denise. So I'm going to put this stuff in. I'm looking at the top screen, but I'm going to start putting this stuff in. Delta, November, India, Sierra Echo. And Denise is going to go in. Let's execute that. Little by little, we're going to be executing it. And 10,000, that's fine. And then from Denise Elbert, Echo Lima BRT. Okay. Execute that. Elbert needs to be between 9,000 and 8,000, so we'll have to fix that at 240. That's fine. And then, of course, then it's Stan. Then on track 061, expect rudder vectors to final course. So Stan is the last one. ST Alpha Alpha November.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 125.
And Stan, we need to be at 7,000. So let's fix this up first of all. So at Elbert, we need to be. Let's see if we can get at Elbert at.
Kansas City Center, profile 213, checking in. Good to see you, beautiful. 28-2, descending for level 240 PD.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we want to be at least at, 8,500. Let's try that.
And we'll continue to descend by the Kilo 3.
See if it lets me do it. There we go. It let us do it. And then we need to be at 240 at 7,000 at Stan. Alright, and it accepted it. So we're good to go, guys. We're continuing our descent here. Let's go ahead and help the aircraft slow down slightly. So there's our points, guys. You know how we do it. Let's decrease our descent here, because we slowed down so that we get 11,000 right there. Then the aircraft can do the rest. Those other waypoints shouldn't be bad at all. But we're basically going to manually do it. 30033.
Southwest 318, contact kids or correction, St. Louis approach on 12102, good night.
Alright, St. Louis approach 121.02. Have a good night as well. Southwest 318.
UPS 1719, contact Kansas City on 125.25, good night.
2545 to 1719, see ya.
Kansas City approach Southwest 318, 13,800, descending via the Kayla 3.
Southwest 318, St. Louis approach, good evening. The St. Louis City, Quebec is current altimeter is 3034, expect the visual approach runway 11.
Expecting visual 11, got the altimeter 3034, Southwest 318. Alright, so we're going to be expecting the visual 11. So this is getting even more interesting. Alright. So now we need Big Mac. Big Mac is supposed to be at nothing, so we need Denise at 10,000. We just needed to make sure that here we're going to be at 11,000 or above, so now we can keep rocking and rolling. Denise needs to be between 10,000 and 9,000, so we'll see how far away we can get away with that. We can be at 9,000 at Denise. We're just going to manually do it. So there you guys go, and that way we can manually handle our speed too. And our next waypoint, we need to be at 240, so we can have the aircraft basically start doing that. So we can go ahead and start to slow down now, which is not doing a whole good for us. So let's get that brake out there again. Alright, you can just type 7/7000 if you want to preset speed. Gotcha, Dave McKee. I've never done that. Dave McKee, 12s were in use earlier. Gotcha, the runways. Yep, and Dave McKee, that's pretty much the same thing. They're doing 11. And he says you can just type in /7000 if you want to keep preset speed. Got you. So that's something I learned. So instead of me doing the 240 / the speed, I can just do the / the speed. Thank you, Dave McKee. You continue to be a wealth of knowledge, poor brother over here. Appreciate you. Just get a little sip of water. Stay hydrated. Alright, we are in the 10,000 mark, so we'll go ahead and get our landing lights and all that going on so we don't forget that. And I'm going to look at some approach stuff here for runway 11. I still will put the localizer in no matter what, so there's that. We can slow our descent down as well too. Alright.
St. Louis approach, profile 213, good evening. We're out of
so Denise will have that right at 9,000.
Request the 12 left.
Elbert is at 8,500. So let's. There we go.
Flight 213, St. Louis approach, a very good evening to you. For now,
alright, we are below that, and we'll continue to slow that down. Once we make our turn,
you have a request 250.
once we make our turn direct, then I'm pretty much going to put it, I'm going to make sure our heading is going to cross it, then I'm going to put it right into the heading mode so I can set up the ILS.
Flight 213, by the visual approach.
111.95.
You rock, sir. Thank you so much. 12 left visual. 213.
Never hurts to have your ILS set up just in case. Approach course is 123.
As you go.
Southwest 3810, connect St. Louis approach 124.25. Good night.
St. Louis approach 2425, Southwest 318. Alright, 2425. Alright guys, it's about to cut this music off as well. It's getting real up in here. St. Louis approach, Southwest 318, checking in with you at 8,800 to sit in via the Kayla 3.
Southwest 318, St. Louis, good evening.
Alright, we got that madness shut off. Music is off. Let's get the brake to 2. Think we'll be fine with 2. And let's go ahead and arm our speed brakes.
Delta 8868, descend and maintain 3,500.
3,500,
Delta 8868.
Now we're on that heading. Now what we can do, guys, this is how we roll. We're going to come to the arrival.
Giant 83,
ILS 11.
Turn left heading 150, join the runway 12 left localizer.
I really don't care where it's from. Let's go to legs. Boom. Boom. Execute. And it's just more or less for a visual reference, so now we know kind of what's going on. So once we hear, we're going to go direct to that other point there, and if you max it out, it looks pretty good. See that? So either way, he gives us whatever, it doesn't matter. We have everything programmed in. Let's get
10,000 West Quebec. Yes, sir, 572 St. Louis, good evening.
And now we need to go down to 7,000, of course. So let's
Yes, sir, 572, verify you're descending on the arrival.
And
Roger. Southwest 318, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, Southwest 318. Alright.
Delta 8868, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down to 3 now, Delta 8868.
Giant 8378 heavy, airport.
So you see the localizer information coming on. Let's also slow our speed down to 230.
Giant 8378 heavy, cleared visual approach.
We need to get those brakes all the way out. She's smoking in here. And winds are calm, so on initial ref, we're going to do flaps 30.
Delta 8868.
Actually, you know what? Runway 11 is only 9,000 feet, so we're going to do a full flaps landing today, folks, at 142 plus 5, so 147 is the speed. Is the final approach speed. Aircraft is still trying to slow itself down. Let's do something smarter here, and to help it slow down, let's decrease our rated descent for a minute to let the speed bleed off. Because I have those brakes all out to auto. Now one thing we can do, let's look at our flap speed here, and we can get flaps 2 to 5 to 250. So let's give us that extra resistance.
Southwest 318, descend and maintain 3,500.
3,500, Southwest 318. Alright.
US Air 572, descend and maintain 3,500.
Alright guys, so let's even get the speed even slower. To potentially 210. Just keep those brakes out. You can look at the wing, it's working hard. It's trying to slow us down, I promise you. I promise you, Dave McKee, 3034, not 33. Thank you. Yeah, the one controller did say 33 when he told it, and I switched it. Now it's back to, thank you, Dave McKee. And let's do this one too. Thank you, sir. Man, I gotta have Mr. McKee on more often flying with me. I love it. 3034, 3034 is all in. Thank you, sir. All right, let's get those
8858. Once you join the localizer, airport's going to be 12
speed brakes off.
We'll call
and let's rearming.
Southwest 318, turn right heading 090, join the 11 localizer.
090 to join the 11 localizer, Southwest 318. And see, they said visual, but they were just joking.
Delta 8868, cleared visual approach, runway 12 left, maintain 170 knots or greater to a 5-mile final.
Alright, we'll keep it fast, 170 or greater till 5 out, cleared visual 12 left, Delta 8868.
Alright guys, put that localizer on.
Left heading 210.
See where that localizer's at. So it's coming on board.
Delta 8868, cosmic turbulence following a heavy Boeing 747 on a 2-mile final. Contact the tower, 18.5.
18.5.
Kind of do my own turn here. Alright, we're going 190 now on the speed, guys.
572, actually now it's going to be a heading of 2.
Actually, we're going down all the way down to 170. To the 5-mile final.
Pro flight 213, descend and maintain 5,000.
Alright.
5,213.
Alright guys, I got the brakes all the way. I want to slow down pretty quickly here. We should be getting that ILS here any second, and then our approach speed is 147. Let's see, 124. Okay, so in the plane, oh okay, In the plane, it's saying it should be 124 on the heading. Let's make that agree. See, now it agrees right here. So this is what you always got to pay attention to, because sometimes on these aircraft, it's off from what the chart says. All right, we're to our speed.
572, turn left heading 200.
Rearm that.
572. Southwest 318, descend and maintain 3000, airport 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
Down to 3000, we have the airport in sight for Southwest 318.
Southwest 318, cleared visual approach, runway 11,
right here,
traffic's going to be off your left wing and 4 miles, joining a final parallel for 12 left to 737.
Okay, cleared visual approach 11, and we'll keep eye out for the traffic for Southwest 318.
US Air 572.
All right, guys, now we can hit us on the approach mode so we can get the glide slope. And when we get on that 5 mile final, we'll slow her down.
US Air 572, turn left heading 150.
You can see the DME where we're at 9.8. All right, landing lights are all on.
150 to join the 12 left localizer 572.
Yeah, he was saying do it visual, but
213, descend and maintain
we're already here. There's no need to... All right, let's bring it down to that approach speed.
US Air 572, traffic 12 o'clock and 2.5 to 3 miles, joining a final for
we got 8.9, so we're not going to put out that landing gear yet until we bleed a little at speed.
Going in for the vision. We got him in
we'll go flaps 15.
Thank you. Southwest 318, contact the tower 18.5.
Over to tower 18.5. We'll see you, Southwest 318. All right, 18.5.
Pro flight 213, turn right heading
Boy, it's been very busy.
Runway 12 left localize.
St. Louis Tower, Southwest 318, ILS 11.
South 318, Lambert Tower, good evening, 1 con, runway 11, cleared land, and you can roll in.
Okay, roger that, cleared land, and we can roll it all the way in for Southwest 318. So he's saying I can go all the way to the end of the runway is what he's saying.
Drop point 9, Southwest 2539, good night.
So that's why we'll keep it on 2. Our approach speed is 147, and landing gear is down, 3 green flaps. Here we go, guys. Engines to continuous. Thank you, sir. I got my co-pilot on via chat. There you go, Dave McKee. Boom. Engines are there. We're on the glide slope. We have our good approach speed. Flaps are to full.
US Air 572, Lambert Tower, good evening, 1 com, runway 12 left, clear.
All right, we're direct, so we're 5 mile final. Let's do our last checks. Auto brakes to 2, speed brake is armed, continuous engine mode selectors aren't continuous, flaps 40, and time to disconnect the autopilot, of course, and the auto throttle. All right, guys, my aircraft. And we are on approach. Pick up on that speed a little bit. You can see my mouse cursor going crazy. I'm going to need that, so hang on here.
South 3563, Lambert Tower,
there we go.
Runway 12 right line, wait.
Simulator problems. Pick up on that speed a little bit.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So 8860, it's clear of 12 left on Echo for Alpha 4.
Delta 8868, Roger. Hotel. And hold short at 12 right.
Hotel short of 12 right, Delta 8860.
American 838,
power back a little bit.
Good night.
Roger, good night, MPD.
1,000.
1,000 feet to go. You can see it there. We're going to look at that too to monitor our radial altimeter of 200, even though I didn't set it in the radial altimeter, which I should have did. Pull that power back slightly.
You did say you're going to the Alpha gates for Delta 8868.
That's correct.
See, the gate we're going to is E24.
Slow. 500.
That's okay. I like to be just a little bit lower.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
It'll extinguish itself here in a second.
400.
There you go. Don't worry about that glide slope. I got you.
300.
Oh, 3563, Arnav Hefner, runway 12 right, clear for takeoff.
Don't even worry about the glide slope, guys. I got y'all for real.
Southwest 3563.
100.
St. Louis Tower, Pro Flight 213, inbound on the visual approach, got the traffic ahead of us in sight, 12 left, and we're parking 6.
Ooh, yeah, that was bad. I flared it too in. We got a hard landing. That was a really bad landing.
Pro Flight, like professional.
All right.
Flight, Pro Flight.
Pro Flight 213, Lambert Tower, good evening, 1 com.
That was a hard landing, guys. There's no excuse for that.
Runway 12 left, clear land.
I flared it.
Alright,
Too late.
The traffic ahead, 12 left, go to land 213.
All right, reverse free.
80 knots.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off.
All right, guys. Horrible landing on the first one.
Your landing lights are on. It looks like they're off.
That's okay, though. We had some butters the other day.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see if the small matching is working right or not.
We'll go ahead and get off now. Even though he said to roll it off, we're on Alpha 2.
And thank you for choosing American.
On Alpha 2.
I don't know what the issue with that was, but they should be on now.
Huh. Weird.
St. Louis Tower, Southwest 318, clear 11 on Alpha 2, holding short Alpha.
South 318, Alpha Tango Bravo Sierra, cross runway 6.
Alpha Tango Bravo Sierra, cross runway 6, Southwest 318. Alpha Tango Bravo Sierra, cross runway 26.
Southwest 3563, contact departure, y'all, good night.
Departure, we will have
Alpha Bravo Tango. Let's get that APU going. Alright, Alpha Bravo Tango, so we're going to stay on Alpha till we get to Bravo. Alright guys, sorry for that horrible landing. Still a realistic landing, but a horrible landing. That's a heck of an unslope so close to the threshold. I know, man, it was horrible. No excuse for it, but it's a realistic landing. They're all not going to be buttered and perfect, so I still like our approach. What we got here? Alpha, let's see, okay. We're on Alpha.
You wanted Delta 8868 to stay with you, correct?
Here's Tango coming up.
Delta 8868, yes
and then
sir,
Sierra.
I'm working with ground to get you a spot in here.
Okay.
Alright, here is
Alright, looks like you took it Delta
Tango.
8868, cross runway 12 right, right turn on Delta, contact ground point 9 on Delta.
Cross 12 right, join Delta, ground point 9, Delta 8868, good night.
Okay, that's Alpha.
04.
That's Bravo.
1 com, runway 12 right, line void, traffic crosses downfield.
I think we actually need to turn here.
12 right, line of void, American Central. Yes sir, 572 Lambert Tower, cross runway 12 right at hotel, right turn Delta, traffic holds in position 12 right.
Okay, yep. Let's go ahead and look. Clear. Clear. It happened so quickly. Alright, and we're going to do a left on Sierra.
12 right at hotel, right turn Delta, and traffic will hold in position on 12 right.
Roger, cross at hotel, right turn Delta, and we'll cross 12 right ahead of the waiting traffic, 572.
Delta 8868.
So we're in. Landing wasn't the best, but we got down. My flare was a little bit messed up there. That was my fault.
Delta
it was a nice approach.
Ground point 9, good night. Southwest 318, hold short of Sierra 1 on Sierra, contact ground point 9, good night.
Okay, we'll hold short on Sierra. Hold short Sierra 1 on Sierra, and we'll go over to ground. You have a good night as well, Southwest 318. Alright. And let's see what that ground frequency is, guys. Let's see. St. Louis ground 1219. I should have known that. They're always usually 1219. And boom, 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 boom. We're just going to pick any gate because it's such a hectic boom.
5 ya. 1850.
St. Louis ground, Southwest 318 on Sierra, holding short Sierra 1.
Southwest 318, taxi the gate via Sierra Charlie.
Taxi to gate via Sierra Charlie, Southwest 318. Alright, so Charlie will be the next main one coming up over here. Not here. Anyway, guys, welcome it in. And Babe says, love you. That's a heck of an upslope. Dave McKee, you're too nice. I still need some training. I'm not too proud to say it. Let's see here. This should be Charlie.
Delta 8868. Do me a favor. Hold short of Romeo when you get there. Right, short of Romeo.
We actually missed Charlie. That was Charlie. This is Delta. Or maybe the next one coming up. Maybe this is Charlie here. Yeah, this is Charlie. Thought I missed it, guys. Nope, this is Charlie right here.
Looks like I could get into Quebec there for 8868.
That's 8868, even better. You can enter the ramp via Quebec.
Let me see if I can check out the Southwest gates here. Do a little bit of multitasking.
Southwest 318, give way to the air shuttle Embraer E170 that's coming out of the ramp.
Okay, roger that. We'll give way to the Embraer shuttle that's coming out of the ramp. I'll go ahead and stop my taxi right here.
Thanks.
All right.
And ground that air shuttle 6198 is where it's at.
Air shuttle 6198, runway 12 right, taxi via Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta.
Taxi via Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta for runway 12 right.
St. Louis ground, good evening. US Air 572 is Delta short, Delta 1, request taxi to gate.
There's the air shuttle. He hasn't moved yet. There he goes.
Which gate?
Alright, so the E gate's all the way at the other side.
You got an open spot. USA 572, roger. Taxi straight ahead on Delta, you can enter at any point.
Straight ahead, we'll make an entrance at 8.572.
Southwest 318, continue taxi.
Thank you, sir. Southwest 318, continuing taxi.
Air shuttle 6198, my apologies, sir. Amend your taxi route, runway 12 right, taxi via Delta, Sierra, Charlie, cross.
So we're definitely not doing a replay on this one. We know the landing was horrible, but that's not why we're doing it.
Delta, Sierra, Charlie, cross runway 6 at Charlie for air shuttle 6198.
We're doing it because I don't do the replay on the first one because there's always a glitch. We're just going to come right here into the Alpha gate, even though this wouldn't be the real gate. We're just going to get right here into the Alpha gate and call it good. Come on, truck. Look at him. He's just going to slow down. Good thing I have that turned off. All right. All right, guys. Let's slow our approach. Let's get those taxi lights off. Let's go ahead and connect this to ground power.
Cross runway 6 at Charlie.
Enter runway 06.
All right, let's go outside and look at what we're doing here. So we were right on the line, which is good.
American 562, hold short of Delta when you get there, and monitor.
Let's see which one's for Boeing 738. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Delta. When we get there, 118.5, American 562, thank you so much. See ya.
A little bit longer. All right, there we go, guys. Thought I had put the flaps up, but I didn't. All right.
Air shuttle 6198, cross runway 6 at Charlie. Hold short of Delta when you get there, and you can monitor tower 118.5. See you.
Cross 6.
All right, guys, we have definitely made it into the St. Louis area. Let's get that red beacon off. Let's turn those bleeds open. Let's get the isolation valve open. And get that off. Turn that off. And we can get the packs off, of course. And I'm going to check you guys out here in a second. Let's get our fuel pumps off. We don't need those. And we can also turn our window heats off. And probe heat. We still have some fuel on. We're just going to run the APU the whole time. Probe heat is off. Trim hair is off. The trim air is off. There we go. We're on the generator. And you know what? The ground, I see what it is. The ground power must automatically connect. So we're on ground power anyway. You guys hear that audible click? So ground services, let's go ahead and just connect the GPU. Let's just make sure that that's on. There we go. I guess we can turn the APU off for now. And guys, we have truly made it in. Let's get some tunes on while we get our turnaround going on here. And yeah. Alright guys, we are still learning. You stop learning, you cease being a pilot. I agree, Dave McKee. I appreciate all the motivation. I love you too, sweetheart. My wife says she loves me. Thank you. Hey guys, thanks for always hanging on board with me. So I'm going to get the Chicago flight plan. I'll give you guys a scenic view on the outside, of course. And let me just make sure I did turn the APU off. It is. It's just cooling down. Boom, boom.
Okay,
We're doing good. I'm truly enjoying being on this flight with you guys.
Delta, we'll try this again, Metro 124. Thanks.
Let's get you guys a picture of the action. Let me see if we got any planes coming in. Alright, look at this guy over here. He's about to take off. Another Southwest. There's another guy holding short.
3034. You can contact me, hold short of Charlie.
Quick answer is at own discretion. And can you repeat the altimeter and expect?
Alright, there we go, guys. And let's come in here really quick and let's turn them off.
12 right for departure. St. Louis altimeter
or turn them down.
3034, and you can contact me holding short of Charlie.
Contact you holding short of
Okay, that doesn't
Charlie.
work. Thought it would. Guess it's only for the comm too.
Expect runway 12 right.
Alright, let's get you out there. We just missed that bird take off. I was trying to get you on that one, but he just took off there. There he goes. Let's get you guys a view of this while I'm working my magic. Take a break if you need to. Look at all the action here. And we are, yep, alright guys, so let me get this flight plan. You guys take a break, do what you need to do. Let's go ahead and change our flight information first, because guess what guys, we're going to O'Hare. Alright, flight information should be updating on your screen now, and let me get this flight plan and so we can get up out of here. Alright. This is awesome guys. Who gets to do this all the time? Man, what a blessing. Chicago is a good place. My wife used to live in Chicago. I've been to Chicago back in the 80s when I'm 4 years older than my wife. Back in 1988, I was a kid. She was a kid. Older. I was in Chicago at the same time she was. Then we separated. Didn't meet each other then. Then that's one of the commonalities that we have, and so I think that's cool. Given it's a FNO, you might have better luck going into Midway. Yeah, let's try that, Dave McKee. Let me see that. I think Midway's what, MDW? KMDW. Let me see. Yeah, let's go into Midway. Thank you, Dave. I like that. Southwest flies a Boeing 737-700 there, even though we're flying 800. Let's do that. Alright, Dave, we're going into Midway, my friend. And we're going to do same flight level 25. Actually, we'll do we'll do 250. Southwest flies it at 270, so we'll fly it at 270. Almost done here with the flight plan.
Delta 235 is ready for taxi.
Delta 235.
So we're going to do 27,000 on this flight. Southwest did the other flight at 25,000, so that's why I filed 25.
Taxi to 12 right via Delta, cross runways.
Let's put extra 5,000 pounds of fuel in there, or 500 pounds of fuel, that is.
Cross runway 6 at Delta, Delta 2.
And Detroit is actually the alternate.
124, monitor tower 1.5 heavy plane.
185 for the tower, Metro 124, thanks. Good night.
fixing the weather information here so that the active sky knows that we are going to Detroit. Alright, so it looks like we have a flight plan. Doesn't look bad at all. 48 minutes, about the same flying time as last time. And we can assume that runway 19er left is the takeoff runway. So, guys, let's get to work. Alright, we need 13,706 pounds of fuel. $13,706. So actually we'll make that $13,750. Enter that. Let's go back. Fuel truck. Let's verify that that's actually filling up. Okay, it is moving. Now, let's work our trims back. And we'll reset the trim. I'm just getting at least in towards the range. And we'll get that going. Change overlay data. It's so easy when you ain't the one flying, remembering things, I tell you. All right, yes. You're right, Dave McKee. I switched it to O'Hare, but yeah, we'll get it to Midway. Thank you. You are such a big help. I appreciate you. All right. We'll leave it there for now. And let me change that.
We don't have a preferred parking tonight, Delta
124, Roger. You just continue straight ahead on Delta. Let me know when you want to come.
And Dave, I gotta make sure I'm subscribed to your channel as well. All right. Flight information should be changed one more time. Okay, flight information is all good to go. Let's continue to get this initialized. All right. So we are at St. Louis. Off a horrible landing.
American 1003, Monitor Tower 118.5. See ya. Have a good night. Monitor Tower 118.5, ready 480. Have a good night.
Be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever even flown into Midway.
To turn to the terminals, concourse to our Russ.
Delta 124, Roger. Just cut left.
Roger that, Delta 124.
Alright, so we came in on 1-1, but I can most certainly assure you that we are going to be taking off on 12 right. Alright, and SPI is the transition. Let's go back over to route. And then from SPI we get right to Phoebe. And I like Midway too because if you notice Chicago O'Hare, it doesn't have a whole lot of standard instrument departures or stars coming into it because of how the airport is set up. We're doing the ND6 with the Phoebe transition. So now we can go back to our route. Let's look at it. It looks good. Let's activate that. Execute it. Alright, let's make sure that fuel is all the way in there.
Legion 383, St. Louis ground, hello. Runway 12 right, taxi.
Okay, the fuel is in there.
Runway 6 at Charlie.
12 right via Charlie, cross 6 at Charlie, Legion 383.
Cost index should be about 45. We're doing flight level 270. Let me see how long that runway is. We could probably do a flaps 5 this time. 11,000 feet. Oh yeah, we can definitely do a flaps 5 there on that one. Alright, that's all set up. We can look there, and let's also look at that standard instrument departure, the NATCA 5.
Echo 24.
Okay, so the NATCA 5 leaving on runway 12 right, climb heading 123, then direct funk.
Delta 1 Charlie, Southwest.
So even though
Ground
I'm just gonna leave it at 124. We do what we want to do. Alright. Clear that. Boom.
68, St. Louis ground. Hello. Push and start at your discretion. Expect runway 12 right.
Alright, speeds are verified.
3034.
Trims are at 5.
Call when ready for taxi. Alright, we'll call you for taxi. Pushing at our discretion. Delta 68, thank you.
St. Louis ground,
Alright, trims are all set up to 5.
Information, Quebec. Looking for push and start.
So that looks good. Speeding bugs are in. You can just type 270. It will place the flight level automatically. Got you. Didn't know that either. Oh, Dave McKee says he doesn't stream. Well, you do now through me. Let's get rid of this stuff here.
Call me short of Charlie.
There we go. And we are top altitude is only 5,000.
We'll call you short of Charlie.
So top altitude for this departure is 5,000. And yeah, let me show you guys the departure really quick, like I normally do.
Go ahead and
so here's the departure. As you can see, top altitude is 5,000. 12 left or right, climb heading 123 to 1120, then left turn depict to funk, cross funk at or above 2500, then on depicted route. So there's really no, just everything is above. So when you have everything above, I can just do an unrestricted climb up to 5,000 feet and make sure we get above. So let's set up that vertical profile again. We'll do it once we get to, actually let's do it now before I forget.
Delta 235, monitor tower 18.5 feet.
18.5, Delta 235.
About 2,300 feet. And the heading is going to also be 124. Let's match everything up while we're at it. Flight directors are still on. QNH is good. Let's check to see if the ATIS is working. Probably not.
On initial contact, you'll have information Quebec.
Quebec is current.
Lambert Airport ATIS information Quebec 0051 Zulu. Webcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 10,000. Few clouds at 20,000. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 8. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3034.
Okay.
Visual approach runway 12 left. 11 in use. Departing runway 12 right.
Perfect.
North is 2 airmen. Bird advisories in effect. Use caution for personnel.
So Quebec is current. So let's file our flight plan and then let's get out of here, guys. All right. I'm filing the flight plan right now as we speak.
St. Louis ground, Walker 347, taxi to Terminal 1.
All right.
347, St. Louis ground. Good evening. Taxi to the gate via Charlie.
NATCA Speedy Phoebe Indy. 27,000 feet. Roughly 47 minutes. Let me see if that is the time. Okay, 48 minutes is the word. It's a difference of 1 minute on the flying time. So the flight should pretty much be like it was last time. Our departure time is now 0148 Zulu. So we'll just say 20200 for our departure time. And there you go. Let's file that. All right, now let me see if St. Louis has a clearance delivery. They do. It's 19.5. Clearance delivery Southwest 318 IFR to Midway.
Southwest 3, I'll have a PDC momentarily.
Okay, we'll stand in 5 for the PDC Southwest 318. Alright, so they're going to send us another PDC. Even though we programmed it in, we'll just be hoping that nothing else is going to change. So let's look back at our MCP. Boom, boom, boom. That looks good. Fuel is all squared away. We're on ground power. Now, one thing that we can do is our better pushback. And what we need to do first is come take a look at how realistic that is. We got a UPS plane pulling in next to us. Why he would be pulling in right here is very strange. He should be pulling in at a cargo ramp. He's pulling in. Look at this, guys. He's actually pulling in a cargo plane into a passenger ramp. Oh man, maybe he's got
Ground American 1643 ready for push.
Passengers on there.
Wait, this is the Archer 60, I'm sorry.
All good, 121.9 for ground.
Alright, that's 19. So I think we can be safe and push ourselves back here, because that's in the ramp area. So that'll stay out of the way. So let's go ahead and do a pushback there.
Southwest 428. We just got a PDC from you. We don't have a flight plan actually.
He sent a PDC to the wrong person. He's supposed to send that to me.
Southwest 428, sorry, I got a similar call sign that's pretty close to you. Just disregard that.
Ground to cockpit, plan, acknowledge.
Thank you, sir. Reset chronos.
Ready.
Man, Dave, you be on it. Alright, so we'll be good to go. Thank you, and we're not going to forget this time. So appreciate it. My man Dave McKee's on board. He's going to have to be on every stream now. He is helping me out tremendously with things I'm forgetting. And he still hasn't sent us the PDC. There he goes. There's the PDC. Alright, our beacon code is 756. Alright, so 756, 1756. $17.56 there is typed in there, and I've reset the chronos, and let me double check the PDC now, and let's just make sure. Okay, so call sign beacon 738 approved Lakes Cool Kayla, that's the other one, that's the wrong message. That's the last PDC.
Today, Alaska 325, request I for Kansas. Have information, come back.
Like we said, beacon code was 1756. Did I put 1756? Okay, I did. 1756, climb via SID. RNAV departures are runway dependent. First, fixed with other tower and departure.
Alaska 325, thank you. Expect a PDC shortly.
We'll do it. Alaska
via SID, which is cool. Additional information, departure frequency is 1281. Alright, 128.1 is in. I have it over there just in case. And we're good to go, guys. The tower frequency, which we can get that on our own because we're big boys and big girls, right? The tower frequency is, drum roll again, for tower for 12. Oh, you know what? Take that back. I'm doing pilot edge stuff. I was literally looking at the actual chart looking for that, but I need to look on VATSIM because their frequencies are different. So the tower is 18.5. So let's switch this over. There's 18.5. Of course, we already know that ground is 1219, and our departure frequency is 1281. Okay. All right, guys. You know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get this APU up. We'll start seeing this move here in a second.
No problem, continue, AFO. St. Louis ground, good evening. Southwest 8 off of 6 on
hopefully.
Southwest 1809, St. Louis ground, hello.
There we go.
Taxi to the gate, straight ahead.
Our cruising altitude is 27,000 feet. And the midway elevation is, drum roll, 619. Okay. So we're going to be right about 600 here. So there's our pressurization panel set. APU is now available. Now we can get rid of that ground power. We don't want it to do something weird like it did last time. So let's just disconnect that. And let's get our APU bleed on. And let's get our anti-collision on, which is the red beacon. Doo-doo-doo. All right. We can get our fuel pumps on now.
Ground, Delta.
You can see the gate pushing back, so the passengers are on. All right. Get these on too. Boom, boom, boom. And let's go up top and make sure the APU is pumping out the right amount of power, and it is. So we're doing good there.
Your discretion. Expect runway 12 right for departure. St. Louis altimeter 3034.
All right, pushback time coming here, and then we'll get the music off here in a minute.
Runway 12 right. Southwest 1489.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Turn on heaters other than probes, APU powered up, and trim air. Alright, so Dave says, I normally do it differently, but he says now the APU is on. There is the probes. Let me see, what else does he say? Dave says, turn on heaters other than probes after APU powered up and trim air. So we can get the window heat on is what he's saying. And then afterward, we can turn these on once the engine is on, which will come back up. We'll leave the yaw damper on. And I'll tell you, my co-pilot is the bomb. And that's what you need. Actually, you need a co-pilot to fly this. This is not a single pilot aircraft.
Could you exit to the ramp for a moment and let that Southwest fly?
Alright, before start, flight deck door, CDU, in-one bugs, IS bugs, complete.
Okay, all doors and
so we did all this here.
Ready to connect.
American 329, continue on Delta and make a left on the November into the ramp.
Push back, mark it, transponder, let's go ahead and get that on.
Southwest 1809, apologies about the guy in front of you.
Not a problem at all. Contact LTG taxi for 1809.
Alright, we got our trims. We got our MCP at 147. And we'll get this speed up. Let's look at our climb out speed. Technically, you should always put it here on your climb out speed, which is 147. But I always like to go above that. Just call me crazy. I'll go up to like 185. 5,000, 2,300, 124. And as soon as we start out, we can be in the LNAV mode.
Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Push and start at your discretion. Expect runway 12 right for departure. St. Louis altimeter 3034. Call when ready for taxi.
Legs, 2,500, carry, da-da-da, above. Okay, that's looking good.
Delta 39er, expect runway 12 right for departure. St. Louis altimeter 3034. Call when ready for taxi.
That's altimeter.
Alright, we had this problem before. He's not doing anything outside. We did, whatever reason, on our second flight, this guy on the pushback, he won't do it. He won't even start the pushback. Come on, man. Work with us today. Work with us, please. See a little private jet there.
Oh, Yankee Whiskey Golf. Did I give you taxi?
Alright. Let's set it.
So you told me,
take it off again.
Taxi and hold short.
And I always climb out of 1800s unless there is a noise abatement. Oh, for real. We're going to do a D-rated here. Climb out 180s unless there's a noise abatement in effect. Man, Dave knows some stuff. Okay, guys, we're probably going to... Come on, better push back. It did it to me last time, too. Anytime I do a flip around in this aircraft, better push back. Always does this on the second leg. That's why I don't do replays. So, we already know what we need to do. Alright, let's set the parking brake. And let's get rid of him.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And we'll just have to do like control T. I believe it's control T. Let me see. I always forget.
American 1643, thanks. Runway 12 right, taxi via Papa.
Okay, shift T. It's shift T. So So as soon as they get out of the way, we'll just do a shift T.
Runway 6 at Delta.
American 1643, runway 12 right, taxi via Papa, Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta.
Alright, cross Papa, Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta. That's American 1643.
Hawker 84 Golf.
Alright, just wanted to move back a little bit for him. Shift T.
18-5, good night.
Okay, I'll send a push card.
Alright. So they're going to send a push cart because better pushback.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Whoa!
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Ground, Yankee Whiskey, we're holding here. Somebody just chopped right in.
Yankee Whiskey Golf, that's completely my bad. I was communicating with Tower.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
That's completely my fault. Continue taxi now, I apologize.
Alright, we'll follow the aircraft in front of us.
I need you parked on the ramp for a push.
Sorry about that.
Alright.
Okay, push cart coming.
No, I don't need the push cart coming.
Okay,
there we go.
Push cart is on it.
Alright, there we go. Let us go ahead now and stop the music and get started.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
We don't want you with the brakes off.
Runway 30 left.
Alright. Shift T, we want you to go
Hey,
bye-bye.
I need your push cart on the way.
Much appreciated.
OMG, we don't need the push cart on the way at all. I want to cancel the push cart.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
American 357.
No,
I'll send the push cart.
I keep saying no, I don't want a push cart. Anybody know how to cancel the push cart? Alright, anyway, let us switch over
Hey,
to
I need your
ground. Let's
brakes
see.
off.
Yeah, we don't. No, you don't. You don't need our brakes off. Let me see. Doo-doo-doo.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Yes, you don't need my brakes off. Let me Google this and see how to cancel the push cart.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
American 1643, monitor tower 118.5.
How to remove? Doo-doo-doo. Does anyone know how to use how to control pushback? I thought it was just
Hey, I
Shift
need
T.
your brakes off.
Answer, Chris. There's no way to control it. If once you press the key more than once, it usually bugs out
Hey,
and
I
will
need
push you
your brakes
forever.
off.
Let's see, guys. You can simply go to the controls menu and search pushback, not push. Okay.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Let's see. Pushback. Stop and let go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shift. We're going to... Oops.
France people, San Makima, will be holding shots, Sierra 1 on Sierra.
That's all right. We're going to unbind it. So push back for airline stop and let go. Now that's going to be all different.
Hey, I need your brakes off. Okay, give me a second to clear.
There we go. We figured it out. Control Shift T. Thank you, Dave McKee. We figured it out anyway. All right, man. Let's make sure that transponder's on. There's always something giving us a challenge here. No big deal. All right.
Straight ahead, Sierra Charlie.
All right, guys. We're not playing around anymore. We're bunching up for the APU.
I've got a plane pushing back into me.
He's probably talking about me.
Pushing back is at your discretion. The ramp is not under my control, unfortunately.
Hopefully he's not talking about me in the way. Fuel is up. Let's go outside and double check that while the engine's coming up. Is we sure? Okay, but we're not really blocking anybody. They would just have to kind of steer around us. Okay, cool. We're not blocking anybody. So, we're okay. Alright, let's go up. We're waiting for that to get off of continuous. That's off. So, I mean, off of the ground. Let's go ahead and put that one into ground. Alright, guys. What a day of work here. Okay, so we did the briefing on our departure, which is good. We are fully briefed. Alright, so the cool thing again about this departure, we'll let that engine come up. Everything is actually Super simple, just because the departure only doesn't have any speed restrictions. It just has us basically getting up above all of our altitudes, and there is no speed restrictions, so that's cool. Alright guys, we got that engine all started up. Let's go ahead and boom, boom, boom. Let's come up top now. Let's turn those packs on. Bleeds off. Auto up. Now for the El Senor Dave McKee, we can put our probe heats on now, because we are dangerous now. Yaw damper is on. Let's check generator 1 and 2. Generator 1 and 2 is checked. Pressurization panel is set. Trim air is on. Isolation valve is to auto. The packs are to auto. APU bleed is off. Let's go ahead and shut the APU off now. APU off. Be shutting down. And let's go ahead and get flaps 10. Actually, I'm sorry, flaps 5. Let's see what that's selected. Okay, selecting 5. There we go. Playing musical flaps. Okay, flaps 5 is selected. Flaps 5 is indicating RTO. And I believe we're good to go, guys. Press the recall one more time. Recall looks good. And we're ready to get out of here. We have Quebec, St. Louis ground, Southwest 318. Information Quebec is ready to taxi.
Southwest 318, runway 1, stand by. Southwest 318, St. Louis ground, hello. Runway 12 right, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 6 at Charlie.
Runway 12 right at Charlie, cross runway 6 at Charlie, Southwest 318. Alright, there we go, guys. So straight up Charlie taxi. No big deal. We know where Charlie's at.
St. Louis ground, Delta.
So essentially, we're just going to swing around. We're already on Charlie. And that's what we're going to do. So let me figure out the best way to swing us. Yeah, we'll swing to the right, actually. Alright, guys. Runway turnouts on, as well as the taxi. There we go. The APU is finally all cooled down. And flaps are set. Everything is good.
Sorry, southwest.
We just need to do our flight controls check. And before taxi, we're not even going to mess with that, guys. Let's go ahead and just do our flight controls check.
Southwest 1489, St. Louis ground.
Full down.
Runway 12 right.
Or full up, I mean. Full down.
Delta 1, Delta,
let's get you a better look.
Sierra, Charlie,
aileron left.
runway 6 at Charlie.
Aileron right. Rudder left. And rudder right.
Delta 1, Delta,
and of course,
Sierra,
there's that neutral
Charlie,
call out. And let's get the lower DU all turned off. Lower DU is off.
1489.
Parking brake is released. So this is Charlie right here, my fine friends and folks.
Delta 39, River Taxi.
Delta 39, runway 12 right, taxi via Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta.
Taxi Delta, cross runway 6 at Delta, Delta 39er.
Alright guys, so we are on
What was the runway again for Delta 39er? Sorry.
Delta 39er, runway 12 right.
And Charlie...
Runway 12 right, Delta 39er, thanks.
He said cross at Charlie, which we are. But Charlie's going to turn into something else here. Alright. Hopefully this guy is just crossing that runway. So there is somebody there. We got to keep an eye out for him. Make sure he's not trying to take off. And he's not. He's just crossing it as well. There's another Southwest guy there. Alright, on Charlie, we're going to go all the way down.
Southwest 318, monitor tower 118.5, see ya.
Over to tower 18.5, we'll see you next time, Southwest 318. Alright, 18.5. And then 1218 is what we need to put in. Let's slow our roll a little bit down so we can do that. Alright, let's make sure that was 1218 or 1281. Okay, so we got to switch that up. It's 1281. St. Louis Tower, Southwest 318, holding short, runway 12 right on Charlie, ready for departure.
South 318, I'll have you moving here shortly.
Okay, Roger, standing by, Southwest 318. Okay. Alright, cool beans. That gives us time to put our 128.1 in.
Citation Charlie, Foxtrot Yankee, Whiskey Golf, contact departure.
And we're ready to go. Wing lights on to tell the cabin to be seated for departure. Yes, sir. And engine selector to both. Man, this guy is hooking a brother up. There we go. That's what he's putting on right there. The auto, that's for engine start. And then we will most certainly, let's tell those guys that now, like he said.
So 318 Lambert Tower, 1 runway 12 right, line up and wait. It'll be a minute for intro.
Okay, roger that. 12 right, line up and wait. Southwest 318.
The cabin is secured.
Alright, guys, so we're not going to turn on the landing lights, but let's get the strobe on because we're going to be on the
553 Tango Bravo cross runway 6. Tango Bravo and cross runway 6. American.
We do have the runway turn-off lights on, so we just need to remember to hit our chrono as well as our auto throttles. Alright, runway turn-off taxi. We'll turn the landing lights on once we depart. We're just lining up and waiting. This is the second time we're lining up and waiting here. There's that incoming aircraft.
Tower Delta 1625, 12 left.
Alright, we are all lined up.
Lambert Tower, good evening. 1 com runway
get the
12,
auto, that on.
Following Learjet over the numbers.
We've got 2300 climb.
1625.
5,000 set in. Everything is good to go. We just got to remember to hit our chronometer. Where's that button at? Right there. Got you, Dave McKee. Not letting you down this time, brother. Not letting you down.
Southwest 318, RNAV, Funk, runway 12 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, Funk, clear for takeoff, Southwest 318. Alright, guys, so we're not going to fit the chronometer. So, landing lights are on.
St. Louis Tower, American 1017.
Everything else is on. Do-do-do. Chronometer time.
17, Lambert Tower, good evening.
There we go, guys.
Runway 11, clear to land, roll the
Parking brake is released.
11 all the way to the end, American 1017.
Alright, guys. Here we go.
American 72, were we cleared to cross the runway?
And American
airspeed is alive.
Yes, sir. Cross runway 6, left turn on Sierra, hold short of 01.
Alright, cross 6, left turn on Sierra.
80 knots cross check.
American 553. Thank you, Brad. And American 553 on Sierra, contact ground point 9, good night.
Ground point 9.
Coming up on V1. Rotate.
Positive rate.
Positive rate. Landing gear is coming up. Alright, let's go ahead and get on that. You guys know me. I'm not mad about getting on autopilot pretty quick when we can.
400.
Alright, guys, we got autopilot.
Yeah, 8454, continue straight ahead, hold short at 12 right. Actually, no, you can clear out. Area is 8454, cross runway 12 right.
Alright, keep our speed about right there.
Delta.
Flaps coming up.
And turn right on Delta, Air India 8454.
No, 318, contact departure, good night.
Over to departure. Good night to you as well, Southwest 318. St. Louis departure, Southwest 318, 2,500, climbing via SID.
So 318, St. Louis departure, radar contact, climate time 1 southbound.
Up to 15,000, Southwest 318. Alright guys, up to 15,000. We go. Now what we can do, since we've been cleared all the way up to 15,000, we don't need to do any of this. It's going right back into flight level change for 250, so we'll pitch down. We're RNAVing. Let's go ahead and get that rejected, or yeah, rejected takeoff. Let's get the landing gear in the off position. And turn off these runway turn-off lights, leave landing lights on. And we'll leave the engines there to continue us for a hot second there. And we are good to go, guys. Alright, flaps are up and clean. Gear is up and in the off position. Landing lights are still on below 10,000. Runway turnoffs are off, taxis are off. Engine modes are now going to go to auto. And I think we're doing good here, guys. Everything else here looks clean. We're on the right frequency. The aircraft is RNAVing to where we're supposed to. And yeah, hopefully we have a better landing. Like I said, the last one was all me fault. Like I'm Irish. All me fault. Look at that view out there. And Toga, send it. Chief Sim Pilot says roll it. Dave McKee said chrono start both sides. Well, I started one, so we did better than the last time. And of course, Dave McKee also, or Dave McKee said Toga, send it.
Back northbound in a second to set you back up just for delay.
Such a busy time here. Alright, once we get above 10,000, we'll go ahead and put the speed into 280. And let's come over to the first officer side. His chrono didn't start, but guess what? That's why I need Dave McKee on board. So let's see the disparity in those. So 3 minutes and let's say 44 seconds is the difference. So we're going to add 3 minutes and 44 seconds to that side. And guess what? I'm just kidding. We only need the one side. I'm just serious. Alright, we've hit 10,000. We're going to get those lights off. Let's go ahead and accelerate the aircraft to 280.
150 off QLOC, our cancellation received.
Landing lights are off and clean.
Get 848, turn left.
Logos on, strobes are on, anti-collisions on. Wing light was on for simulator purposes so they can let the cabin know.
From all of us at American Airlines.
There we go again. We are up and cruising, folks, on to our last and final leg, midway.
A special welcome to Advantage in One World.
Appreciate everybody checking it out.
Not an Advantage member. You can sign up at
318, Kansas City Center, 128.35
for today's flight and continue earning miles.
Kansas City Center, 28.35, Southwest 318. We'll see you. All right, guys.
Aviator Mastercard is another great way to earn miles.
128.
And enjoy benefits.
848 on that turn.
35.
2 to 3 o'clock
and no foreign transaction fees. Not an Aviator card member.
All right, just going to listen for the chat just to make sure that nobody is out there talking.
Shortly, we will begin our in-flight service. We offer a selection of complimentary beverages. Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight signal and open your browser. You can access AA.com free of charge to view flight connections and other travel information.
Alright, he did say 128.35, 128.35.
Power outlets are located at every seat.
Departure Southwest 318 with you, 14,500, climbing 15,000.
And visible to the crew. As turbulence can happen unexpectedly.
Up to flight level 230, Southwest 318.
If you open an overhead compartment, use caution, as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff.
Alright, we're continuing our climb. Alright, we are doing good. The chat looks good, and again, flying time is going to be about what it was last time, so we're going to stay super busy here. I feel bad. Let me see if my boy Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, let me use my trusty, rusty, dusty phone. Alright, here. Let me make sure my...
Southwest 318, contact center 12572, connect.
Over to center 125.72 Southwest 318. You have a good night as well. Alright, so 125.72.
Okay, 340,
Center Southwest 318 with you, 17,900, climbing flight level 230.
Number 365 Sierra Papa, maintain 280 knots or less once you transition to south.
Roger, we'll him off.
280 knots or less for 5 Sierra Papa once we transition.
Kansas City Center, Legion 33.
Yeah, we probably stepped on each other.
2572.
Yeah, you should be on 2525 now.
My bad, 2525, Legion 33.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 318 with you, flight level 19 tree, climbing flight level 230.
Southwest 318, Kansas City Center, get him.
Alright.
Southwest 318, contact Kansas City Center, 132.87.
Kansas City Center, 3287, Southwest 318, we'll see you. Alright, 3287. That's where the co-pilot would help me out. 3287.
Delta 2702, descend and maintain, level 240, maintain 300 knots or greater in transition.
240 and 300 or greater in the transition, Delta 2702.
240, Giant 130 Heavy.
That's Captain Shaquille Oatmeal. I recognize that voice. Center, Southwest 318 with you, flight level 213, climbing flight level 230.
FedEx 1523, if you're still with me, contact Kansas City Center 127.47.
127.47, FedEx 1523.
And who checked in?
Southwest 318 checking in with you, flight level 219er, climbing flight level 230.
Southwest 318, Kansas City Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Up to flight level 270, Southwest 318. Alright. Let me see.
Giant 130, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Let me see what Captain Shaquille Oatmeal is flying here. Captain Shaquille Oatmeal. Let's see if I can find him. I'll try this at home.
United 782, contact Kansas City Center 124.3.
24 to 3, United 782.
Southwest 684, do not exceed 310 knots, correction, do not exceed 290 knots, contact Kansas City Center 124.3.
290 knots, 1243, Southwest 684.
Oh, listen, I don't like it. You just dug yourself a grave, dude. You just dug yourself a grave.
See if I can hear him.
We are on the arrival.
Center for
Bush 3.
Delta 14, heading can we start descending?
Here.
Delta 1492, descend and maintain flight level 240, turn right, heading 190. Alright, then maintain 240 and then right, turn to 190.
I knew it. Dre, my dude, what is going on? I think I heard you. I did hear you. I know your voice. I heard you. I did. But, you know, I didn't want to go on the frequency and be like, Dre, what's up? But welcome aboard, sir. For the moments we're in the stream, great stream as always, guys. If you don't know who he is, check him out. Dre Sanchez, another wonderful content creator in the community. So please show him some love. I believe
Check at 147, Kansas City Center, hello.
Just got finished.
Giant 130, descend and maintain flight level 2.
Drop a like.
5.
If he is, tell him I sent you.
5.
Shack rate for me, please. Thank you. On my way to Midway. There you go. Matter of fact, guys, look, I'm gonna meet you over there. So I want to see. Oh boy, hold on.
That's the go.
Yep, Shaq, we're talking right now, so that's funny. We're sitting there literally talking. I'm in his stream.
I want to see you all there right now, and we're gonna set a goal. Let's do it. So he is on his way to Midway.
You can hear him, guys.
15 laps. 15.
flight level
Swing over here. Here's the link. Hold on. I'll get you the link because I know some of us are a little lazy on a Friday. I know I am. Here you go.
1492 turn, continue your right turn, heading 250.
There you go.
Alright, that's tight. Shaq is giving me some shout out. Captain Nate, how's it going? Alright, he's trying to get me some more likes on
Giant 130 upon reaching 250 knots, maintain correction upon
let's see, we're gonna up our speed.
Maintain.
Let's come down here right now. Sorry, I'm on Captain Shaquille Oatmeal's hey, Drew Stone 77, what's up? The Warden here from Shaq, Owen Chianos. What's up? Hey, I got you right here, Shaq. Right here on the camera. Hopefully you guys can see Captain Shaquille Oatmeal. Let's go ahead and hopefully I'm not missing anything. I'm having too much fun talking to you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put it in the VNav right now. And if you guys are watching me and you haven't been over to Captain Shaquille Oatmeal stream, please look him up, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal.
Right here. 15 likes or I'm calling it a night. 15 likes. Direct boost, Giant 138.
I'm saying you are the man, Shaq. There we go. Hey, everybody, James McCullum, Mix Sim, I can't stop changing my name. Chief Sim, Shane Vogel, Guest Gang. Hello, Donald Peterson. 16 already, Maxim, I got you, Juice. Man, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you guys for the love and support. Man, you guys are making this experience very enjoyable. And man, I just appreciate you guys. I forgot about flying here for a second. I got so excited about being on the stream. So my wife's saying you're doing a great job. She's out there watching it as well. Man, you guys are definitely making me feel the love here on a Friday evening here. And let me tell you, the first landing, there was no excuse, but I got a negative 500. It was a slope runway. I came down, I flared to last, those back wheels smacked it. So we're going to get a better landing on this one. You guys know I'm all about the butter. You know I'm all about the greasy, baby. Let's see, we got Bombasso. Yo, what's up, Bombasso? Thank you for joining the stream. You guys making me sweat on my nose here. You're making me sweat on my nose. All right, guys, I really do appreciate you guys.
Chicago Center 135.15.
Chicago Center 35.15 Southwest 318. We'll see you. All right, so we didn't miss any radio calls, thank goodness, because I sure wasn't paying attention.
1492 contact.
All right,
Center
3515 coming up. 3515 coming up.
Exact at 140.
Let's see, 15. I don't think I put that in there right. Nope, I didn't do that right. Caught myself.
Exact at 147. You can resume normal speed. I think Indy had you on a restriction. Normal speed, exact at 147.
Chicago Center, Southwest 318, checking in, flight level 270. Actually, you know what? It's 3515. Yeah, I got it. There we go.
18, Chicago Center, roger. Descend via the ND6 arrival. Midway's landing runway 4 right, altimeter 3035.
Okay, landing 4 right, 3035 on the altimeter, and we'll descend via the arrival for Southwest 318. All right, hope I caught all that. That's okay. Shaq crashes takeoff. Oh no, I hope it didn't hurt Skyler with that takeoff. Hey Shaq, I feel you, but you're a great pilot, so it's just one of them things. It's just one of those things. Let's check to see here what the lowest altitude here is on the arrival. Set Stinky at 6,000. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to go ahead. Let me put my earmuffs back on here, and because all this is about to happen super quick. We're going to go down to 6,000. Shaq and everybody that came on the chat, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are just too nice to a brother. Appreciate you.
119.0.
Chief Sim says, well, time with the fam. Catch everyone later. Hopefully I catch the landing. Safe travel. See you. Chief Sim, thanks for checking in. The Warren, he was delivering our prime packages. Broke my orders. The Warden, who I believe is Shaq's wife, says that he was delivering the prime packages. Let's see. Dave McKee, I get me plenty upset if I hurt Skylar. Man, you guys are awesome in the chat. I appreciate you checking it out. Okay. Let's pay a little bit of attention here because we got our descent coming up super quick here. You guys know I like to check the actual charts to make sure that matches up with the FMC. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're coming in on the ND6 arrival. And boy, there's a lot of different ways you can come in on this way.
American 463.
Let's see, we're coming in Phoebe. See, Phoebe should be above flight level 240. Let's make that. Yep, above flight level 240. Okay, we should be fine here. ND's at 250 between 7 and 6,000. 250. Okay, so we're good, guys. We're good here. And he said runway 4 right transition.
125.72. Have a good night.
So from Stinky, so this is what I'm looking at really quick, guys. Get you guys a better view. So that's what I'm looking at. We're coming in on feed. And we're going to come in this track. So we're just making sure that's all good. ND's at 250 knots between 7 and 6,000. Then we get Stinky. And then from there, let's read the narrative. It says from Stinky on track 77 across Alq at 6,000. And then from 6,000 on track 047 expecting ILS 4 right.
Roger. Descend
so we got this, guys. So the only points I really need to put in is Alki and
altimeter 30.
Yeah, that's it.
34 and
that point right there. So let's do that. Let's do that. All right, here we go. Thank you, same man, Dave McKee, same, and the warden for sure. Chiefs and Pilot, have a good weekend. Dave McKee says have a great weekend for Chiefs and Pilot. Okay, let's focus here. I'm trying to get this plane down so I can have a good weekend as well. And hey, anybody that's doing any streams tomorrow, let me know. Anybody that's doing streams, shout it out right now in the chat so I can shout you out. Plus, so I can know, so I can come watch you guys because I'm not streaming tomorrow. So I'm getting mine done with today. All right, 240 at 6,000. Yeah, that looks good to me. And we might take that speed, so let's go back to the legs page, and we got everything programmed in here. Once we get a little closer for 4 right, we'll type that in. But what we can do right now, since we have already, well, we're getting ready to start our descent here, is we know we're coming on 4 right. So 4 right, let's go ahead and jump in that ILS information. The ILS, let's take a look at it. We got a hot second here. You guys ain't too busy right now with me landing too hard just yet. Just kidding. We're going to land softly. Here's the ILS information right here for 4 right. 111.5. Approach heading course of 47. Here's the missed approach information. You can also see that right here. Climb to 11,000. Right turn to 2100. Heading 230. And here's the radios. Here's the EON VOR 113.2 radio 001.
Was your clearance to descend via the Shane 2?
So let's get 1115 in there.
To descend via the Shane 2 arrival.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks.
Let's go 1115.
Center Solaris 200 with you, 13.3 for 15,000.
Gotta stay ahead of the aircraft, my peeps.
Solaris 200, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 360, resume normal speed.
360 normal speed, Solaris 200.
1027, if I haven't already said so, resume normal speed.
Let's see.
Resume normal speed.
Okay, I see why. It needs to go
1980, if I haven't already said so, resume normal speed.
And it needs to go over to, let's go to the mode. It went to VR, we need ILS.
Northwest 41, step away for 2 minutes.
Northwest 41, approved.
All right, 1115, 4747.
Should be more than 2 minutes, 41 things.
Woo! We need some brakes for real.
Descend via the Flight 6 arrival, O'Hare's landing east, altimeter 3034.
We said that heading is 47.
United 182 Heavy.
We're trying to bleed some speed right now. She was almost going to get away from us. Then we need to try and look at our...
United 182, Chicago Center, roger.
Then we'll need to go ahead and look at our approach speeds and try to get the ATIS, if they have it on VATSIM. Alright, we're still trying to bleed that speed. And the ATIS... Okay, midway ATIS 3275. Let's jump that in. Midway ATIS 3275. All right, let's air hustle. Let's see, 13275. So we might be too far from it. That's okay. I'm gonna use FlightAware to get up on that game. All right, we're almost down to our speed there. Let's get a look at the range. We're smoking it in pretty quick. Let me check something out here. See if we can get the full rope. Yep.
Delta 354 Bravo in the transition. Maintain 300 knots.
Arrival. Boom.
Maintaining in transition 300 knots.
All right. From Alkay. I like it.
American 1643 in the transition. Maintain 300 knots.
There we go. We got it all in. It's all in now, guys.
Starfleet 1, contact Kansas City Center 125.72. So long.
All right, guys. That was pretty smooth. We're going to keep that retarder out because it's just above the speed.
Citation, correction, Charlie Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey Golf. Descend via the Turtle 6 arrival. O'Hare's Landing East, altimeter 3034.
All right, let me take that brake off and see what's happening. The altimeter. And I'm going to check you guys out in the chat. I haven't forgot.
American 463, short stay with me, contact Chicago.
All right, guys, let's see. Let's see. Dave McKee says group flight with McSim tomorrow. Info on his Discord. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. GA flight in Papua New Guinea. And so that's 9 a.m. Chief Sim. Let's see. So I'm going to take a picture of that, and this is going to be on at McSim. So I'm going to make sure I'm subscribed to him. Let me take a picture of that, guys. So I'm going to shout you out.
Center, Charlie Golf 41 back.
Same Mach number.
There we go. Just took a picture of that so I can shout him out. So tomorrow, group flight at 9 a.m. on McSlim's flight channel, and also Dave McKee. That's Delta Alpha Victor Echo McKee Mike Charlie Kilo Echo Echo 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna definitely come check that out. Faux cheesy. Again, thank you, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, for the love. They showed up. They came in. They rated it. All right, let's arm that brake again, and let's get our auto brakes to 2, and let's look at that altimeter again here, which is 3035. So 3035. Let's go on over to the other side there. Okay, we're going to decelerate right here.
1027, same Mach number.
0.78 for Delta 1027.
Delta 1027, maintain Mach 0.76.
There we go.
What was the altimeter?
3035.
Who's asking?
American 1643.
And we got Dave McKee. I don't want to post links in another person's stream unless you're okay with it. I'm okay with it, Dave McKee. Post it. Post it, my man. That's the least I could do. Post it, Dave McKee. Post the link. Thank you for asking and being respectful, but go ahead and post it. I'm okay with it for sure. This is all family thing here, so.
Maintain flight level 340, maintain 270 knots.
Flight level 340, maintain 270 knots. United at 1165.
All right.
Citrus 1980, maintain Mach 0.76.
So we are doing well. So hopefully he posts that. So that, because I'm going to take a picture of it too so I can hook it up.
Delta 354 Bravo, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
All right, and those winds are at 7 knots. So let me see how long this runway is.
Delta 354 Bravo.
So runway 4 right is, boy, that's a very short runway.
1643, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
It's only 6,440. So you guys can best believe full flaps landing. And I'm thinking we're gonna get on that auto brake 3. That's a very short runway. This is gonna be a little more challenging than I thought it was.
Check card 108, clear direct Queen.
Let's see here, Indy 250.
Clear direct Queen for
7,000 or above. Let me make sure that's it. I don't remember that being that level. Let's see, Indy Okay, that'll be fine at 250 Indy. That's cool. And then as long as we got Stinky, whew, at 6,000, we do. No worries there. All right, it's time to assist the aircraft in bleeding some of the speed.
Lufthansa 5020, Chicago Center, roger, descend via the Shane 2 arrival, O'Hare's landing east, altimeter 3034.
Got those brakes all the way out. Can look at that farmland down there. She's rocking though, you see that? Oh, the weather just updated, I lied. We did have a view out there, no longer. Good thing is we are bleeding speed. Alright guys, let me get a little sip of water here. It's about to get real here in a minute. No more bad landings today. Alright.
Solaris 200, yeah, you can step away for, you make it 5 minutes, might need you back for spacing.
Alright. Let's get that brake off. Let's rearm it and we'll see what the speed does. If we keep picking up speed, then we got a problem. So we'll make that happen. Alright, so now we have the information program. We can check 11150 heading of 47, 47, 47, 47. We'll square this heading up right now with our current heading. So you always want to keep that just in case they want us to make a turn. We're already centered for that turn so that we can make that happen. We're right at 10,000 feet.
Contact Kansas City Center 125.72, so long.
I think that was for me. I don't think he said 318, but we'll, if I don't talk, he'll say something here. Yeah, was that last call for Southwest 318?
Negative, Southwest 1002. Contact Kansas City Center 125.72.
Alright, so I can send you an invite if you know your Discord username. Actually, I do you one better. Let me open up my Discord, Dave McKee, and I'll put it right in here so that you guys can go there. Even though I'm so horrible about the Discord thing, call me
Delta 1027, vector for spacing, turn right heading 290, you can expect direct Kirksville after.
Let me see. Open Discord. I want to log in is what I want to do.
Citrus 1980, quick vector for spacing, turn right heading 290, you can expect direct Kirksville after.
Alright, aircraft is kind of stabling out there. Let's see here.
Climb 11.5, 13,000, direct PQ.
Southwest 3616, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 360, resume normal speed.
Alright, I'm always proud I know how to do this.
Resuming normal speed, Southwest 3616.
United 1165.
Alright guys, there's the Discord there. Don't worry, I'm proud of myself for doing that. I have no clue what else to do with Discord. I got to get you guys to help me get that thing set up. So when you drop into my Discord, if you have any recommendations or stuff you need me to do, let me know, because I am a Discord novice there, guys. Alright, so everything up top here is on. Our landing lights are good to go. We got a pressurization set, and we said that the winds are at 7 knots, so we're going to have to do a flaps 40 landing because of the short runway. So again, approach speed is about 147.
Minneapolis Center 133.4. Have a good
147 will be our approach speed.
Yeah,
and now one thing we need to do once we get from Alki, we do need to
Southwest 318 contact Chicago approach 128.2. Good night.
Chicago approach 28.2. You have a good night as well. Southwest 318. All right, so 28.2.
Charlie Fox.
Booyah. Approach Southwest 318 is with you. 8,500 descending via the standard terminal arrival.
Chicago Center 160, Chicago departure at a contact, turn right heading 250, climb to maintain 15 down.
Forgot the name of the departure, the ND6. Couldn't think of it. I had a brain.
318, Chicago approach, ILS 4, right?
Okay, we'll be expecting ILS 4 right, Southwest 318.
United 845 heavy contact.
All right.
Center 134.87.
Hit up Chief. He has very good person that knows all about setting up Discord. He did a great makeover of Chief's Discord. He did tell me that before. And Dave McKee looks like
3160. Man, the altitude maintain 6,000.
Linux Monster 8553. I know it saves in the chat, but I'm gonna take a picture anyway. Then I got to get down to business here. There we go. I know I can find it again, but I'm old school. Let me take a picture so I can read that thing. All right. Let's see. So the bottom of this is supposed to be at 6,000 at Alki. Again, we do have that set up in here. And let's come down here now and just double check. Actually, we'll go do this on the first officer side and leave that there. Okay, 6,000 at Alki. 5,000 above, but after Alki we got to follow the rules, and we're going to get vectors, so then we need to go on track 47 after Alki. We're not just going to fly it just because it's already in there. So we'll make sure that's set up. So Alki's up here. Aircraft's going to start its descent here in a second. So this will be the heading, which is going to parallel this once we get off of Alki, and then they'll probably vector us. So right now, not bad at all. We're right at the 240 mark, and that's fine. We'll stay at 240.
Let's go 3160, clear direct PQ.
All right. Landing lights on, anti-ice on. Landing lights are on, and let's go ahead and mess with the anti-ice, of course. Let's just double check everything up top. Landing lights are all good to go. And now we can come up and do our anti-ice on. Make sure the surfaces don't freeze. Dave McKee, let me ask you this. You are very well versed in this Boeing 737. Are you an actual pilot, or are you just a diehard simmer like me? Let me know. But thank you, brother. You guys can see the winds are out of the north at 21. We're on the track basically heading eastbound, so that's why those winds are hitting us from the left side there. Decrease that a little bit. Landing lights are on. Co-pilot anti-ice is most certainly on. My tailbone is sore. Sitting in this seat. Funny thing is, I have a super expensive seat, but sitting in the area where I sit, it's not conducive to the space, so I'm sitting in a cheaper bought computer chair, if you will. Alright guys, not bad at all. We're going to bring this bad boy in and call it a night. Let me look at the situation here. Okay. So here's the field. So here's 4 right. We're coming in, and then you can see the terminals right here. So that's going to be pretty sweet. We're going to come in here, hopefully to Quebec, which I'm assuming this is a very short runway. So I'm assuming Quebec or the end. This is going to, you got to
clear direct LQ, cross LQ at 6,000, clear out runway 4 right approach.
Okay, clear direct LQ, cross LQ at 6,000, cleared ILS 4 right approach, Southwest 318. Alright, so even though we're basically there, well, it's already direct. And we're cleared ILS already, so guess what? This is sweet. We're just going to keep this thing going and let the aircraft handle these right here. 5,000, 4,000, sit go, 2,400. This is nice. So now we're just going to throw this in at 2,400. Until we get there, they won't bring it back up to 3,000 for that missed approach. And I'm going to keep the runway chart up the top. So
36, track departure to contact.
Let me see what the tower frequency is. Midway ground is on. Midway towers 35.2. So 35.2. Oops. 35.2 right there, guys. Oops, we don't need to switch it over just yet. 128.2. We're still on that. I got a little bit too happy. Okay, so we are on the approach here. All right. So we're not doing half bad here. Once we get a little closer. And then there'll be our top of descent right now. And actually, to manage our speed, we're going to come in now. Let's go ahead and take everything over, guys. We need to bring this thing to about 210. And I'm going to do something here. We're going to manually do our descent, guys. We're in the clouds, of course. Good thing Mr. Dave McKee told us to put that on. Okay, so there's ALQ, but we want to do ALQ at 6,000. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking we were already at ALQ. Let's just hold our altitude right here.
76, clear direct PQ.
There we go. And essentially what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set it for 2400. Above 5,000, so we can't mess around with the above thing, so we need to be above 5,000. Alright, and as soon as we start making the turn, we can go ahead. Well, here's the ILS stuff right here. It's getting ready to make that turn now. So as we're making the turn, let's go ahead and hit the localizer. Now we can hit the approach. Now we can start dialing that speed back to 170 till a 5-mile final. Going flaps down. You can go to the 5th stage there. Let's make sure flaps 5 is selected. We'll make sure it's indicating. You guys can see the distance out there. There's the field. Let's check the chat. Dave McKee, no, I'm not a real pilot. Just been a simmer for 30 years, and I'm an Airbus guy, and I'm not a fan of Boeing aircraft, but basics of piloting don't change because of what bird you be flying. Thank you, Dave McKee, for sharing that, and that's good to know. Man, you can join my stream anytime, Dave, and help me out. And I need to get better with Airbuses on the landing. I still land them 150. I never got a butter between 150 and like negative 300 feet per minute or feet per second. But I need to get way better on those landings. So I fly them great. I love flying Airbuses. I just need to work on the landing.
76, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
All right, let's go up top. All landing lights are on. Once we get on our 5-mile final, we got to remember to turn our anti-icing off. Let's extend this range here. All right, guys. We are just going to float this baby in. And then we'll have 147 on the approach speed for full flaps. Let's go reference that again. All right, so 140, the winds are at about 7 degrees or 7 knots. So there we go. But I've taken controls of a friend's DHC-12 and a Beach Bonanza. That's awesome right there. I know you were trying to control the whole thing. Hold on, let me land it and everything. Now that's good, Dave McKee. I appreciate that information. Thanks for sharing that, man. That means something. It's all an aspiration of us, but I tell my wife, hey, I'm straight because I can do this from home, and I'm right at home. 150 is perfectly fine for any jetliner, and I'm assuming he's referring to the speed for approach. 150 is perfectly fine for any jetliner. And all right, so now we are direct. If you look at the DME, we're 10 DME here. So at about 7 DME, we'll drop the gear, add that drag, and we'll start slowing her down. Actually, honestly, we can pretty much go to approach me still. Unfortunately, Chris moved back east, so don't get up anymore. I know, man, bummer. You tell Chris to come back out west. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start dropping that speed. Let's go ahead and go with our gear down. We're going to go a little early here. All right, dropping those flaps down because where we set the speed is in that range. Gear is down 3 green. flaps are set to full and indicating full at flaps 40. You can take a look here. The aircraft is slightly off of its approach just simply because of the winds from coming up from the north. So right now the aircraft is holding a heading of 47, but it's really angled at 41. You can see it's yawing a little bit to the left. No landing rate, not speed. Oh, okay, yeah, he's saying 150 is perfectly fine for any jetliner as far as landing at the field there. So yeah, hopefully we get that this time. There's no excuses, guys.
Southwest 318, contact Midway Tower 135.2.
Midway Tower 35.2, thanks for your service. Southwest 318, we'll see you.
Southwest 4683, Chicago, you up?
Midway Tower, Southwest 318 with you, ILS 4 right.
Southwest 318, wind 0507, runway 48.1.
4 right, clear to land, Southwest 318. Alright guys, all bets are off. Here we go. Speed brake is armed. RDO, or auto brake to 3. And,
3, go ahead. Oh yeah, contact departure. Okay, contact departure. Make sure you're paying attention to the scope next time, please. 4683, still on.
oh wow. Got a little bit of smack talking there. Did you guys hear that? Unbelievable. Alright. Let's pull the nose up. That'll bleed a little bit of speed. So we're a little over. Let me pull that power back. All right, just toying around with the speed here. Got a little bit off, trying to look around. I was getting paranoid that the gear wasn't down. All right, just getting us all straightened up here. $300 on the radio altimeter. All right, we'll be landing. It's at 200. There we go. We're landing.
Glide slow.
Don't worry about the glide slow, folks. I said that last time we had a bad landing, but for reals, don't worry about this time.
Glide slow. Glide
50,
slow.
40, 30, 20.
All right, we're doing that flare. Oh, well, 379. It was better than the last one. All right, come on, baby. Slow your roll.
80 knots.
Reverse free. All right, guys. So I still like the landing. I still think we did a great job. There is the terminal. It was a -3, so whatever, 2 hard landings today, which I'm cool with. We'll watch the replay. I buttered them and did a great landing last time, so this is one aircraft I always struggle with. See, we're on Yankee 5 Yankee for getting those butter landings, so that's good though. All right, set that parking brake and get those landing lights off. Flaps are coming up, runway turnoffs off, get the beacon down, and the APU on. Midway Tower, Southwest 318 on Yankee 5, hold it short Yankee, clear of runway 4 right.
Southwest 318, welcome to Midway, contact ground 121.7, correction 65, have a good day.
Okay, ground 12165, you have a good day as well for Southwest 318. All right, 12165.
Sorry, I misspoke. The tower will give you a heading, and then, yeah, tower just gives you a heading, and then they vector you to the waypoint, and then eventually they give you direct.
Okay, that clears it up, because I heard you say it's direct to the waypoint. Thank you.
Midway ground, Southwest 318 on Yankee 5, holding short of Yankee.
Southwest 318, hello, safe parking.
Oh, we're just going to go straight ahead. It looks like H5 or Bravo 5. Just straight ahead, sir.
Alright, Southwest 318.
Okay, taxi in straight ahead for Southwest 318. Thanks for your service. Alright, guys. So, can't see what that gate is, but what a day. No perfect landings today, which means more practice. But I'm cool with everything. Our landing was better than the first one at -3. So whoever flies with me in this aircraft, just know that your captain, your neck and back may have problems when I land you in this one. So we're going to keep getting better. Last time we flew this one, we had some better landings. Not this time, though. So we're going to pull up really quick and get right into that replay. Let's ease right on up, of course. All right. We're going to stop right here. Set that parking brake. And lights off. All right, folks. You can get that anti-collision off. Let's go for transponder off. And, of course, we should be shutting ends down to save some fuel. And let's disconnect from VATSIM. And I'll check you guys out on the chat. Alright, we are disconnected from VATSIM. Let me go ahead and get our replay screen situated here. And let's see. Daisy, my wife, says, LOL. Chief Sim said, good trips into Midway. That's great. Midway is tricky. It's typically short runway ops, especially with crosswind. Yeah, there was no excuse for me, though. Not bad for some short runways. Captain Nate says, appreciate you. Dave McKee had said, nail it. So thanks, guys, for all the support. I know I need some more training. I'm not afraid to say it. So we can still land her good. Not anything -600. No. So, you know, they just might have to work on the strut and the shocks on this bad boy when I land it sometimes. That's all. All right, let's get right into the replay. All right, let's get that tower view. You can hear that auto gate making that noise. That'll be in the background. I should have shut that down. That's all right, though. I mean, she had a nice profile. Let's see what we did right, what we did wrong. Nose was up. Nose was up. I mean, it was just a hard landing. It was kind of center line. Let's run that back. Like I said, I like the landing. I like the profile that we had. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Look at that. It was just a tough landing. It was center line. Hey, guys, let's do this. Look at that nose wheel on that center line. That's how we do it. Look at that. Direct center line. So we may not have a win on the other stuff, but I love this landing. Totally awesome. It was just a harder one. You can see downtown Chicago there. Watch this, guys. We still kept that nose up. I should have came down a little bit and then flared it up. Given the last 14 months, all I've been flying through is maintenance crew. Happy for the work. So yeah, we bounced a little hard, but got it pretty much on center line. We did get the aircraft slow down, so apparently Dave McKee is the ground crew maintenance crew, so happy for the work. So Dave, I'm gonna get you a lot of work in this one. For sure. We're gonna ride it in, but let me stop this replay really quick so we can let that gate stop making those noises. All right, there we go. All right, let's get back in to the last wing replay. And let me get here in the cockpit. That's a little bit too far out. All right. And we'll do it from here. Let me holler at you guys really quick. Hey guys, it's your boy Dre Sanchez here. Look, I really had a great time with all of you. Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, thank you for sending so many people over. Chieftain Pilot is always representing and supporting me. Dave McKee's been here. You guys have all been super awesome. My lovely wife, as always, baby, thank you for your support, and the kids. And let me run through who else was here today. We had Chief Sim, the Warden, Mama Shark, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, we had Bombasso, we had Drew Stone 77, we had I Can't Stop Changing My Name, Mackelsim, James McCallan, Wash 176, Shane Voglisgon, Don Peterson, and Owen Chianos. Man, look guys, if I missed your name, I totally apologize. I appreciate you. You guys give me the motivation to keep this going. And man, the new schedule is going to be Monday night flights, probably Thursday flights over Europe, Wednesday or Thursday, and the FNO on Friday, and any impromptu on the weekend. That's right, your boy said it. I'm going to start having a schedule, which I was totally anti-schedule, but now I'm loving it so much, hanging out with you guys in this community. Boom, consider it done. God bless each and every one of you. Stay tenacious, stay strong, work hard, play hard, be patient with yourself, be patient with life. Just know you wake up the next day, God's blessed us with another day to do it all over again, to make changes, continue doing what you're doing, and most importantly, spread the love, spread the love, spread the love. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm out. I'll hit you guys up with the next one.